Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. What a night we had last night when the Heat stood pat at 20 and landed Kasparas Jakucionis, the guard from Illinois. I could not be happier with the pick. I think most people know that if you follow me over on Twitter or watched our content. I was having a party all night long. We're back here live for the second round of the NBA draft. Miami does not have a pick, but they could trade up and maybe grab one. We're just going to be here hanging out, breaking down every pick in the second round. We'll talk maybe some UDFA targets if the Heat don't get into the second round near the end of the night. But we're just here to hang out. So appreciate everybody joining us. If you haven't already, sub, hit that like button. I'm alongside my guy, Harrison Graham. So appreciate you, Harrison. And we'll be talking NBA draft all night long.
Yeah, we're simulcasting from our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, NBA draft coverage. No reason to not be live on the Heat Report as well. So wherever you're watching, whatever channel you're watching on, we appreciate you for tuning in to the show. And if you super chat, it's guaranteed to get your question answered. So feel free to do that.
Yeah, real quickly, we move on, Harrison. A lot of my Heat fans know that I wanted Miami to explore trading up to the top of the second round and going after Rasheer Fleming, the forward from St. Joe's, who I had really high on my board. I would have been fine with Miami taking him at 20 if Kasparas Jakucionis wasn't there, but obviously they went Yak. Fleming is rumored quite a bit here. He is going to be drafted by the Suns, who traded up to get the 31st pick. So no Rasheer Fleming for the Heat. Sad.
Yeah, bummer. Absolute bummer. Okay, if you're a subscriber, regardless of what channel you're watching, type me down in the chat. Rolly, you can give some shout-outs on the Heat Report. I'll cover our main Chat Sports channel. If you have subscribed, type me. I'll go first, and then your audience can load them in the chamber as well. We got Mike Dibble. Hey, Mike, I was curious. Are you a Panthers fan as well? I know Dibs is back.
Dibble was here last night, too.
Are you a Panthers fan, Mike?
I think he's a Browns fan.
Is he?
You're right. He is a Browns fan. He was hanging out with Peterson during the season.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. R.I.P. We love you, Petey. Okay, we got Mike Dibble, NBA Respect Edits. We got Misty, Marble Sky, David Decker, Bilal, Ty Man the Buckeye. Give us some over there, Roland.
Yeah, we got Hoop Central, Vipex, Ty Man, Kane Angel, Mike Frank, Bam. Appreciate everybody in the live chat spamming those memes. You are real ones for hanging out with us here in round two. And I hope the Heat make a move tonight, man. It would be entertaining to see them try to do something. If not, they'll stand pat and clearly target some undrafted free agents. I did put out a list, by the way, of UDFA targets for Miami that I could see being available. To headline that list, I thought Max Shulga from VCU, Amari Williams from Kentucky, Grant Nelson from Alabama, Caleb Love for Arizona, Jameer Watkins from Florida State. We'll see.
I want credit on Grant Nelson. I was on him 2 years ago.
Oh, when he went viral on NBA Central.
No.
Oh, you did such a good job scouting him.
I knew everything.
He went viral in Twitter and it's like, I knew it first.
I have a friend who is a fan of North Dakota State and told me about Grant Nelson early on.
Let me guess, when you went to that wedding, you got the full scouting report?
I know all about it from Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
Jeffrey Cooperstein's trying to sell you beachfront property in North Dakota, too.
In Southern Cal, baby. Southern Cal.
The real people's insider, Jeffrey Cooperstein.
I mean, there's a lot of Coopets out there, man. What can I say?
We did hit 200 likes, so if you want to hand me that glorious bowl over there, whatever you want to call this thing, I will just kind of shuffle here as we'll see what I end up with in Being Boozled. And, okay, do we have
I got it right here.
ones?
Give me the color.
Light orange?
Light orange, so it's either going to
Well, there's two oranges.
It's either
this one.
No. It's going to be either strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish or peach or barf.
Wait, there's three?
Well, the two of them look pretty much the same. So
let me see.
There's
Let's see if I can eyeball
this. There's either peach barf or there's strawberry banana smoothie dead fish. Those are the only two.
God.
I see someone asking me if I would trade up if I was the Heat still with Rasheer Fleming off the board. I would. Why would I do that?
Where's the trash
Because
can?
Adou Thiero is still there, and I really like Adou Thiero, the wing from Arkansas. Here's the
This could be a
room.
bloodbath.
It could be rough. There's no doubt about that. How are we looking over there? I feel like
we're in the clear.
Yeah, I was just say it can't be bad if you. Yeah, you do know instantly. Which
It
flavor do you
was-
think it is? Peach or strawberry banana smoothie?
I think it's strawberry banana smoothie.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yep. All right, we're in the clear. Thank
You're in
God.
the clear. Congrats to Harrison. We
Dodging
both
bullets
survived
over here.
early here. But continue to hit that thumbs up icon. And this applies both for our Heat channel and our Main Chat Sports channel. $5 will get you a raffle ticket. The raffle is the draft hats, correct? Just want to triple confirm. Didn't want to get confused with the other thing that we're doing here. $10, 3 entries, and we'll talk about your team. A $20 super chat, I'll take a shot at tequila. $1,800 on deck, plus 6 entries into the raffle for the draft hat. And then every time we get $100, not a $100 super chat, but we pass $100 as a crew, one of us will do a beer bong or shotgun. I will absolutely volunteer for the first one of the night, Harrison. So when we cross 100, I'll get there. We're at $0 on our Main Chat Sports channel, but we're on $10 with our Heat channel. Let's go, Bryce Blackwell, for Super Chatter of the Night. Shout out to Bryce. Hey, Heat fans, let's bring it tonight. Let's take down the Chat Sports channel.
10-0 lead early.
We are 7-1 odds right now, and we're taking them down 10-0. Bryce saying, great pick by the Heat. This organization hits a lot more than we miss when it comes to the draft. Looking forward to free agency, hashtag Heat culture, and hopefully we'll trade interesting drafts so far for teams. Bryce, I could not be more excited about Kasparas Jakucionis and his future with the Miami Heat. There's a lot of buzz around Jonathan Kuminga in Miami as a sign-and trade in free agency. We'll see if they ultimately pursue him when it starts Monday afternoon, but we will certainly be here for that, which is why you subscribe. And we'll be live for Monday as well on the first day of free agency here at the Heat Report, so make sure you tune in for that.
Bryce, you get your entries, by the way, buddy.
It's 3 entries.
3 entries. Right now, you would just win, so congratulations. Okay, taking a look back at Rolly's big board here as we have 22 minutes to go. Tell me about this Noah Penda guy. I'm not super familiar with him. What are we working with
Yeah, Noah
here?
Penda. I really thought that the Clippers were going to take him at 30. I loved that fit for them. They ultimately did not. 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan. He's a Frenchman, 225, so he's built ready to go in the NBA. 20 years old. He was a streaky three-point shooter. Did shoot about 34.3% this past year for his team, Le Mans Sarthe. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's the team he played for. What? Lamone?
Lamone.
We should have Sam Brown on a mic at all times for
Just
any time
dub
we have to
over
do a
French
thing. Throw it over to him. But here's the thing on Penda. Penda's an elite defensive player. Ready for this? Opposing players shot 27.3% when Penda was defending them in an isolation setting. So he defends at extremely high rate. He's also very aggressive on the glass, 8.6 offensive rebound percentage, 73rd percentile on putbacks, whether that is dunks or putback layups. So he's aggressive on the glass. He defends. He is a solid connective passer as well, Harrison. 19.1% assist rate, 1.48 assist to turnover ratio, average 10.4 points per game for Lehman, or whatever the frig he said. Either way, I do think he would need to develop. The report came out today that Penda does not want to be a draft and stash, so whatever team picks him, he does want to come over and try to contribute right away. So Penda is a player I expect to hear his name called early in this second round.
Yeah, that's, you're seeing more of these wings who, because there's not a ton of true point guards in the sense of today's NBA, Rolly, that are averaging like 10 assists per game.
Yeah.
But a lot of teams will have a point guard who averages like 7, and then like 2 wings that average 5, and so on and so forth. And those guys are becoming so much more valuable as secondary creators and for themselves and others. So if he can do that, then he'll definitely have a place in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Penda ultimately falls. Another player I want to touch on real quick here is Javon Small, the point guard from West Virginia. And Small is a good last name for him because he's a little bit smaller in stature. He's 6'1" without shoes, 6'4" 3/4 wingspan, but he was absolutely phenomenal for the West Virginia Mountaineers last year. They had a lot of injuries with that team. Tucker DeFreeze got hurt. His father, first-year head coach after leaving Drake. And Javon Small played that role, man. He averaged 18.6 points per game. He had 3 schools in 4 years. He started at Eastern Carolina, then 1 year at Oklahoma State before going to West Virginia. Extremely good athlete to help kind of push that small stature aside, 40.5 inch max vertical. And ready for these stats here, as a power conference player, to have a usage rating above 28%, a true shooting percentage above 55%, to make 12 three-point attempts on 100 possessions, and have an assist rate of 35%, Javon Small, Trae Young, Denzel Valentine. So the advanced metrics in his kind of archetype of player projects as someone who at least will have a role in the NBA, at least early on in his career. 22 years of age, so he's an experienced player, 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Really like Javon Small.
I just had that Adam Amin Valentine call come into my head.
Oh, Valentine! That's not the shot!
Yes. All-timer there. RJ Luis, he had an interesting kind of few months. Was he going to transfer? Was he going to go back to St. John's? He ends up staying in the draft. Be interesting to see where he ends up, especially after how things ended in the NCAA tournament for him with Rick Pitino. Don't forget to subscribe. We have the latest NBA news, rumors, we're tracking trades, we're covering the draft, free agency coverage, and a whole lot more. Plus, we don't charge a dime. It's 100% free. We're going to be here for the next several days with plenty of coverage and content. So hit that subscribe button and do not miss out. Free agency starts Monday, so it'll be here very, very quick.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day on Monday. We'll see over the weekend on what ultimately happens with some key player options. I'm looking at LeBron James. Will he opt out and sign an extension? Will James Harden opt out and sign an extension? Will we see Julius Randle opt out? Naz Reid has a player option. There's a lot of restricted free agents like Cam Thomas, Jonathan Kuminga, Josh Giddey, Quentin Grimes. So there are players that will be very fascinating to see what they do in terms of player options and team options over the weekend, heading into free agency on Monday, and then restricted free agency will be fascinating as well. A couple good unrestricted free agents too. Top one is probably Miles Turner at this point, but there is going to be still a lot of unrestricted free agents once player options are decided this weekend.
Do you think Randall opts out?
You know, it's interesting. Like, the question is, does he think he ultimately gets a bigger contract? He could opt in for that $30.1 million deal and then test free agency next year, or he can try to opt out and re-sign a bigger contract in Minnesota. A sign-in trade could take place, or maybe he wants to go to the Brooklyn Nets because the Nets are the only team with the cap space that would be able to sign him to a larger contract in free agency. So it would be a tough decision. I wouldn't want to be him trying to make that call.
I almost wonder if you just opt in. I mean, you're on a good team. You finally had a year where you played pretty well in the playoffs. It's kind of an under-the-radar team in Minnesota. I mean, obviously they're established now, but it's not the bright lights of New York. I mean, maybe it's just the right fit for him. Who knows? We'll see what he does. But shout out your city. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll get some shout-outs in a second. But Jack Lauderay spending his hard-earned cash.
He wants a hat.
He wants a hat. And he's in there. 3 raffle tickets. Remember, $5 to enter. $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets. $20 gets you 6. And Lauderay, you know, my Venmo's available if you want to send me $10 next time. Well, you can. No, $10. We'll still put it in the pool, but you know, the old. I know Venmo. You know.
What hat would you get? I asked this yesterday. You still gonna get a Celtics one? Okay. Furious with this is a $13 super chat. It's an Australian currency. Who knew that 20 Australian dollars would equal 13 United States? You know, when you have a $10 super chat and then now we have 23 total, it's pretty easy to do that math. Didn't know about you. Question from the Australian Outback. Which second and team picks tonight has the potential to be the next Udonis Haslem? Well, first of all, Haslem was a UDFA, but we'll continue here. Reliable team presence with longevity and a winner. Go Heat. Appreciate the Heat fan coming in here. Furious. I'll just throw this out to you. Why don't you get Fast and Furious over to the Heat channel, the Heat Report by Chat Sports? If you aren't already subscribed, I host that. We got almost 200 people hanging out over there, so go watch over there with other Heat
You
fans.
would have a sizable lead.
We're losing 23-10 now. So if you're looking at a player that I think could have longevity and contribute to winning here? Let me look through my big board that's still available.
While you're thinking about that, if you're who's the player who plays for 6 years longer than they should and just is basically a coach? That's who we're talking about here. Not to offend your audience.
You know what? You know who I just think sticks around for a really long time? Give me Ryan Nembhard, the guard from Gonzaga. 2 years at Creighton. The last 2 years were at Gonzaga. Super undersized, but unbelievably good playmaker. Just makes his team better. I think there is a chance where he's just hanging around on the roster, whatever team it is, being a secondary ball handler, creating, and just being a smart player. He's one of the highest IQ players in the draft. If he was 3 inches taller than he is, he would be easily picked in the early second or late first.
Juggalotus.
Nepo baby? No.
Juggalotus. A friend of both of ours.
Appreciate you, Juggy. Rolly, my man, look who I'm with today, Juggy.
Let's go, Juggs.
Let's go. Here to witness the biggest rig draft ever. I think you probably would have said that about yesterday when the Coupettes got the #1 overall pick. But right now, there is no rigging of it. I don't know if we can say that anymore. It's the second round.
1.8% chance. It just so happened to happen to us.
Oh,
Could happen to any
I'm
of us.
sure,
Just
I'm
happened to the
sure.
Mavs.
Yep.
Yeah, it could happen to any of us.
Yep.
Well, Juggy, you get 6 raffle tickets for a potential draft hat. Juggy, would you choose a Bulls or a Heat one? Don't know the answer to that. But either way, $20 is also a shot. So appreciate you, Juggy.
Shout out Juggalotus.
Well, he is a Bulls fan, I'm pretty sure.
He found us first on Bears Now. So, there you go.
Yeah, stick up.
$5, you get 1 raffle ticket entry. $10, we get 3. $20, you get 6. We'll do a raffle drawing at the end of the stream. Someone is going to win an NBA draft hat of their choice. And if you're the top fan, which is now being tracked by YouTube in the live chat, right now it's Marble Sky with 300 XP points. You get 3 free raffle entries. So even if you don't want to donate, even if you can't donate, there is still an opportunity for you to get some free raffle tickets. All right, Rolly, Rookie of the Year talk. Cooper Flagg, I mean, this has got to be like an all-time outlier in terms of favorite here. Minus 275.
I'm pretty sure Wemby was similar odds.
Trey Johnson plus 650.
Don't
Ace
hate that
Bailey
value.
plus 700. Dylan Harper. I think part of this is the Mavs are probably going to be a playoff team, so it helps if you're on a winning team. With Kyrie out, is he the leading scorer? I mean, Anthony Davis probably is, but he'll be the second leading scorer on a good team.
Yeah, probably. I could see Clay being active, maybe potentially. Yeah, even though he's a 6-man Coop, he could be easily averaging 16 a game. Is Cooper averaging 16 a game right off the bat? Maybe. I don't know.
Someone's going to have to score.
I'm good. This is super biased. Yes, I'm just going to say right now I know it is. But I would absolutely sprinkle Kasparas Jakucionis if he ultimately becomes the starting point guard in Miami, which is a very possible scenario from day one. There's a world where he averages 14 and 6 a game. I really like Caspi the Ghost, baby. So why not? Give it a shot. Plus like 5,000, I think it is. I'll give it a sprinkle before the season starts. No doubt about that.
The Kaspettes.
No Caspets. That's C and D, Coop. Come on, C and D.
Get original over there.
Yeah, come on, Coop. You're better than that.
All right, outside of Cooper.
No bias, though, by the way.
Outside, none at all. We're not live on the Heat Report. We are actually. Who's the best player in this class not named Cooper Flagg? I mean, I know Dylan Harper was kind of the consensus #2 prospect. You sticking with that?
Yeah, I don't want to be biased, but another player. I'm just kidding. No, I really do believe it is Dylan Harper. His blend of handling, size, craftiness. He's an elite finisher, shot 70% into restricted area for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Also got to the free throw line at a 41.9% rate. He just knows how to score, knows how to put the ball in the basket, but has great size as well, 6'10" wingspan. I just don't see a world where Dylan Harper is not an all-star, and I got to be honest, he will absolutely make multiple times All-NBA. So I really, really like Dylan Harper.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. And
Ahmad saying Noah Senge.
Shine Cadet said I almost disrespected his GOAT AD. Yeah, Davis is going to lead the team in scoring, but I do think until Kyrie's back, Flag will be number 2. All right, I'm going to hop off for a few minutes, get ready for the second round here. Rolly will hold it down for the next few minutes. I will be back before the Suns make the pick at 31.
Yeah, so while Harrison's gone here for a brief second, do you want a shout out on the live show? Well, I got good news for you. There is a way that you get that shout out. Retweet our pinned tweet. Shout out to either Sam Brown, Jack Lotta Ray. I know it certainly isn't Jeffrey Cooperstein. Putting that link in the live chat right now.
Why would it not be me?
Because I saw you talking and not typing. You always talk, but you never type. If you want to shout out on the live show, go down the live chat, click our link, the pinned tweet, retweet it, and then I will be told people that I got to give shout-outs to, and we'll give you a shout-out with under 10 minutes to go until the draft gets underway here in round 2. Come on, baby. Give us some boost here on the social media presence, and we'll give a shout-out. You always talk, but you never type, man. There's too many of that. Too many. You know, I'm not a wordsmith. I said this yesterday. Too high. Coop, those brownies you made earlier, they were just too strong. I just feel like picking on Coop today. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, that's cool.
Okay, you're cool with it?
That's cool.
Let's do it.
Bring him in then.
Shout out to Jacob Cooper, 726. There's one retweet. Shout out to JHRMZ. Shout out to you for the retweet. Going to continue to see who else has retweeted our pinned tweet. Shout out to those two. Those are the only two that I've seen give a little retweet here. Can we do a nice little quick little try to get a like driver one more time before we really hone in? Best available, and then probably our last like comment driver as well. We just need to get these like up, man. Just a little disappointed here. Let's see if we have any more retweets. I don't see any. So, you know what? The two real ones that I know, Jacob Cooper, JHR, baby. Shout out to y'all, man. Oh, no. I think Griffin Canning, the Mets starting pitcher, tore his Achilles.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, that's brutal. So after starting pitching for my New York Metropolitans being the strength of our team, it's just been a complete unmitigated disaster over the last 3 weeks. It's not good. Kodai Senga, Griffin Canning, Tyler McGill. My, oh, my. All right, we are about 7 minutes and change away from the second round of the NBA draft getting underway, and we just simply have to get the like number up, both on the Heat Report and on our main chat sports stream. We have 1,000 people watching and only 258 likes. And on the Heat Report, we have 180 people watching and only 48 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get the number up here. We are getting closer and closer to the draft. If you are happy and excited that we're live for free here on the channel to cover the draft, well, then you should hit that thumbs up icon. It takes 1 second to like this stream. 1. And I say this all the time. I go into other shows on YouTube, whether it's a video or a live show, and I hit the thumbs up icon immediately because it's respectful. Whoever is the host, whoever does the content, they are putting time out of their day to make content for y'all. And the least you can do is take 1 second out of your day to show appreciation and hit that like button. It also helps the stream out. So please, please hit that thumbs up icon. And to even try to get you to like it even more, every 100 likes, we're doing Being Boozled today, man. Every 100 likes. We're 23 away from another Being Boozled. Hit that thumbs up icon. Come on. We got to get to at least 400 before the draft starts in 6 minutes. Come on. Hit that like button. We'll recheck back in on the number and see if I have to yell at y'all for more here in a second. But quickly going through some of my top prospects available as we get the second round underway. Rasheer Fleming is without a question my number 1, and it sounds like he is going first overall in the second round to the Phoenix Suns at 31. I also like Adou Thiero, had a first-round grade on him, as well as Noah Penda and Tyrese Proctor. Those are the only 4 players that a first-round grade on. Did I have them in the top 30 of my big board? Yes, but I did not have a first-round grade on say, Kam Jones, who, yes, was in my top 30, but I had him as an early second-round pick. Same thing for Ryan Kalkbrenner, Maxime Reynau, Sion James. I think teams are going to find really good value early in the second round with these longtime veteran players like James, like Kam Jones, the big men in Kalkbrenner and Reynau. And then I think there are some really hidden talented players in this draft as well. I'm very much high on Amari Williams, the defensive rebounding extraordinaire, rim protecting center who spent 1 year at the Power 5 level but absolutely balled out for Mark Pope and the Kentucky Wildcats. You also got Chaz Lanier, a sniper from Tennessee. Vlad Golden, the big man from Michigan who spent a lot of time at FAU, was actually on the Owls national not championship level team, but hey, they got to the Final Four before falling to the UConn Huskies. No, they actually didn't lose to UConn, I'm sorry. They lost to San Diego State in the Final Four. Lamont Butler hit the mid-range game winner and then transferred a couple years later to play with Amari Williams and Mark Pope at Kentucky. Isn't that how it works? But with the draft getting started here in just about 4 or 5 minutes, Phoenix Suns, after a lot of trades today, they have traded up like 3 different times. They have pick 31. They also have pick 41. Boston's picking at 32. Charlotte's got back-to-back picks with 33 and 34. The Sixers, have the 35th pick. Timberwolves at 36. Timberwolves 37, 112. Pistons at 37. And then we got the Indiana Pacers at 38. About 4 minutes to go until we are underway here. And boy, oh boy, this should be credited for the Heat report. And this is a Heat fan. And I have no issue saying that I want it added to my total for the year.
Well, that's just not how that works.
It should. What am I talking about, you might be asking? Well, the Coupettes over there are taking a little bit longer than expected. The Coupettes over there, right? Was furious! The hip-hop sommelier! A proper $100 U.S. Super Chat! Shout out, request Sam Brown. What does Sam do with part of this? What is going on? Here's a query. With the Nets getting 5 point guards from round 1, they didn't get 5 point guards. They did get 3 point guards. What do the Hornets have to do to get 5 centers out of the second round? Who must they trade, and what 5 centers do they end up with? Well, Furious, I'm going to do a beer bong to celebrate your $100 Super Chat. Appreciate you, you absolute legend from Australia. Down under! I'm sorry for that. I actually, no, I'm not happy with that. I don't feel good about that. I apologize. But they've got pick 33 and 34. They should absolutely draft one of Maxime Reynau and Kalkbrenner at 33. Because we already know Rasheer Fleming's going at 31 to the Suns. The Celtics are rumored to take a center. If they take Reynau or Kalkbrenner, fine. If I'm Charlotte, I'm just taking whatever one Boston doesn't take with one of my picks at 33 and 34. So I would look for them to go there, and if they have another second-round pick, which they probably do, I would probably lean towards like an Amari Williams, maybe even a Janai Broome. So potentially one of those guys. But Furious! You are fast to the pace. I'm going to make that pun all night long. Time for a beer bong. We got the pineapple.
He sent it on Maine again.
I know. I wish you went over to the Heat channel. I said it. Should count for me. Doesn't matter. We're trailing in our Super Chat battle now on the Heat report, 135 to 35. So we're trailing by 100 exactly.
You know what's crazy? If Furious went over there and did the same thing, it'd be a tie ball game.
A shutout.
I'm saying no. If he went over there now and did it, it'd be a tie ball game.
That's true too.
Shout out to Furious though. As Rolly takes down the first beer bong of the night. All right, if you guys are ready for the second round of the NBA draft, type go.
Here we go. Listen, this is my take, Harrison. Round 1 of the draft is for the fans. Round 2 of the draft is for the sickos. Appreciate the 1,300 sickos watching with us tonight.
We appreciate all of you. Type go in the chat. We got Marble Sky, who's been a legend, our top fan on our main chat right now. Songwriter Tristan. We got Timmy, NBA Respect Edits, our Brooding Robots, Steve. We got Madden God, Tristan, Brooding Robots, Songwriter's Corner, Pammy. We got Marvin Daniels, Brandon, Ty Man, the Buckeye. Who we got over there on the Heat Report?
Yeah, we got Kane Angel, we got Andrew, we got Vid Bully, we got Velo Vet 360, we got my guy Yami Gilchrist, we got Juggalotus, which by the way, we'll get Juggalotus' $5 super chat on screen relatively soon. Time and the Buckeye type and go. We still got songwriters Connor, Jackson, Brooding, Enrico, I43 Pammy. Continue to spam those goes because it's the top of the hour. It's time to restart and reset this draft.
We're just a few minutes away from the start of the second round of the 2025 NBA Draft. He's Nic Rohloff. I'm Harrison Graham. The Phoenix Suns will kick things off tonight as they have made a couple of trades to move up to 31 overall. They are expected to take Rasheer Fleming. That will become official in the next few minutes as activities are getting underway over at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Adam Silver will get things going here in a few moments. But Rolly, 30 picks down, 30 picks to go. Who? Oh, that's right, 29.
Do you know what team forfeited the pick?
I did know the answer to this, and
You should, because it's the scumbag New York Knicks for them bank jobbing us out of Brunson.
Yeah, who could have forgotten that one? But I always have Coop ready to fill in if when needed. But 29 picks tonight. Hey, that's good news. That's good news. Some
Didn't we
might
have
say.
two forfeited picks last year?
Yeah, 58. But shout out your favorite team, and once the Suns are officially on the clock, we'll get after it here.
Yeah, we'll probably be seeing Mark Tatum's face quite a bit tonight, the deputy commissioner of the league. How can you call him a scumbag, Coop, when he gifted you the #1 overall pick? I don't want to hear it from you. But let's see what the people have to say. JH going with the Wizards. We got RT going with the Knicks. Brooding saying the Lake Show. Marble saying Mavs. Marvin going with the Knicks. Steve says, what's my favorite team? I am a diehard Miami Heat fan since birth. Juan going with the Suns. They'll be making a pick here in just a few moments. James going with the Clippers. Detroit Pistons from Songwriters. Misty with Orlando. Orlando Magic. Christopher saying the Celtics. Steve saying big Lakers fan. Timberwolves from CJ. Janzel going with the Lake Show. Ty going with Atlanta. The Kings from Get Off My Lawn. Luis with the Spurs. Bart with the Wolves. A lot of different teams. And then obviously over on my Heat Report by Chat Sports, my fellas, my brethrens, all rocking with the Heat. Appreciate y'all hanging with us here for round 2, even though Miami currently does not have a selection. We'll see if they ultimately do take a pick and trade up or something like that.
All right, let's recap round 1, and then we'll get round 2 going here in just a few moments. Cooper Flagg to the Mavs. Dylan Harper went to the Spurs at number 2. I think the Sixers wanted Ace Bailey, and I think he told them to go F themselves, so they took VJ Edgecombe, number 3. Con Kneppel at number 4. Then Mr. Bailey went number 5. That'll be fascinating to see how that plays out. How do you feel about Trey Johnson to the Wizards at 6?
I do love that fit for him. They traded Jordan Poole to get CJ McCollum. You know what my player comp for Trey Johnson was, Harrison Graham? Oh, I'll just tell you. It was taller CJ McCollum. So he gets to learn under a player that he plays very similar to. That is an excellent pick for the Wizards. Another pick I really like here is Cedric Coward. I know the Grizzlies had to trade up to go get him, but he is a perfect fit to potentially replace Desmond Bane at that 3 spot. He can get to the mid-range. He can defend. He's athletic. Good fit there to connect the front court of Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. with Ja Morant.
Derek Queen, 13 to the Pelicans. Thomas Sorber, I love that pick to OKC as well. Another shocker in round 1 was Hodson Yang Hodson. A lot of theories
Hanson
out there. Okay. Hey, listen. Smitty was all over that one. Juan Beranger goes to the Timberwolves at 17. Rolly's favorite pick around 1. Walter Clayton to the Jazz.
It was my favorite pick around 1.
I'm being
Why?
serious.
Because it saved me from him coming to Miami and blessed me with the beautiful Lithuanian god of Kasparas Jakucionis.
If both were on the board and
they
would
took
have
Walter Clayton Jr., I would not be here right now.
Back-to-back Illini there. Will Riley going 21 to That was fantastic. How do you feel about Drake Powell to Brooklyn?
I do like the fit. Listen, I thought this would have been a great spot for Adou Thiero or Rasheer Fleming. They needed to add a athletic wing that can defend, that can finish, especially after taking 2 point guards in Traore and Agor Demen to complement him and Kam Johnson. Powell wouldn't have been my selection. I would have preferred Nick Clifford or Rasheer Fleming or Adou Thiero for them. But Powell doesn't hurt, man. Very high upside guy, a big-time recruit before he went to North Carolina. Just didn't have a big offensive role, which is why you saw his stock fall a little bit more than expected.
I like the Chase Richardson pick.
Oh, great pick.
Because they've now added 2 elite shooters in the offseason. They go get Desmond Bane, Chase Richardson, an offense that just got too crowded at times. Now they can space the floor a little bit better.
And them being able to bring him off of the bench to either play alongside Desmond Bane, to either play alongside Jalen Suggs. He can handle the rock as a secondary guy. He is one of the best off-ball movers and cutters in this draft and shot 41.5% from 3. And he obviously defends because he had to play for Tom Izzo in that Michigan State Spartan squad. He is just going to be a seamless fit to that Orlando Magic culture.
The Phoenix Suns are on the clock as they are expected to select Fleming here coming up. And then Boston will be on the clock at 32. So things will be picked up. By the way, I just read a quick little snippet that apparently, Shams, that was by design last night to not tip picks.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine ESPN or ABC or wherever the head honchos are over there making the decisions, which will, by the way, they should make better ones based off the coverage that I've seen over the 48 hours. But, yeah, I mean, clearly they put the X-Nay on Woj back in the day. They're putting the X-Nay on Shams. I'm curious to see if it's free reigns tonight because not a lot of people are tuning in for the second round compared to the first round. So they might just say, F it, Shams, go get your social media and engagement off, leak the picks.
All right, best available players here. Like we mentioned, Rasheer Fleming going to be announced shortly, but who do you guys think is the best available? This is the top 8 for Rolly as we get the second round going here.
I mean, if you told me that you had any of my top 7 available as your top guy, I would believe you. I would not put Sion James in the tier of the first 7 players here, but any of those guys can be day one contributors. Obviously, I like Rasheer Fleming the most. I'm super high on him. But then after that, it's like a bunch group. Like you see my 22nd through 34th overall prospects. So not a lot of disparity there. I really do like Adou Thiero when he gets taken tonight. We'll talk more about him then. But I am very high on him due to his athleticism, his defensive prowess, and rebounding. Proctor shot extremely well for Duke this past year and played a lot more better defense as well. We'll see what happens, but any of those top 7 guys on my board, I really, really like.
Get a few shout-outs here. Who do you guys think is the best available? We got Proctor in the chat. Someone says Michael Jordan. I don't think 60-year-old MJ is going to make a push at this point. Jakari White. Tell us about what you got. Jakari White cliff notes for us?
No, I don't.
Not
I don't
in
think
our
he's
database.
in our database either. So.
Okay. UDFA perhaps?
I don't even know about that one.
Where is Broom going? Is there a fit you like for him?
No, because they would like a more athletic center. I'm looking at Rocco Zakarsky there at 45, the Australian big man. I am going to say, maybe because I think it would be hilarious, Janai Broom will be a Philadelphia 76er at pick 35.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
I like that.
I think Kalkbrenner and Reynow are off the board by then, and then Broom would then be my best big man available at that point. And Philly goes there. I wouldn't think it's the worst pick in the world. Listen, they got a Dembana, so.
Subscribe to the channel. We crossed 412,000 subscribers last night. We are trying to get to 413 ASAP. We still got the whole second round of the draft to go. Rolly will have his final draft grades tonight. We'll take a look at the UDFA tracker tomorrow, see where some of the top undrafted players ended up. And then
there'll be some big names there real quick, Harrison. Like you talk about a Caleb Love potentially being in that undrafted range. Where does he ultimately land? One of the most talked about college players over the past 3, 4, 5, 6. Did it get to 7? I don't know.
It might have. I was expecting for him to apply for another year, but he is out there. We'll see if he gets drafted tonight. But the point is, we'll have you covered on all of it. Free agency mode gets going soon as well. It starts on Monday, so we're basketball the next several days. So we got you guys locked in here. So has ESPN even put these guys on the clock? What are we doing?
No,
here?
they have not started the draft yet. We're officially 9 minutes past the projected start time, and we've yet to see it. I'm absolutely shocked by that.
Wake up, Adam.
I can't tell. I got to be honest. I actually was saying that non-sarcastically. Why are we? It's the second round of the draft. Why are we taking 10 minutes?
The
to
second
get
round
started?
you should be on the clock at 7:02.
In the NFL, I'm pretty sure in the second day, the 7 o'clock start time, you're on the clock at 7:05 at the latest.
Well, yeah, it's like NFL noon kickoffs. You're kicking off at noon, not at 12:15.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
just a bit ridiculous.
Just brutal. We did get a 20, or dare I say, a $13 super chat. Furious is back. He hasn't found the Heat report.
No, I'm sending him the link.
I was going to
right
say,
now.
you may have to drop the link. I mean, you're just getting boned here.
Furious. Pop into this stream and then subscribe to the Heat report because you asked a couple questions about the Heat today. That's a Heat-only channel that I run and I host. We're live over there. It's the same broadcast for tonight, but you could hang out with Heat fans and support the Heat over there as well if you'd like. But appreciate you anyway, my friend. Furious.
We appreciate the super
We
chat.
hope to see you over there.
Rolly will appreciate it even more if it comes on the Heat report. Which of the four Aussies left is the best fit for the Heat?
Okay, so we do have some Australian players available. There's 4 of them here. We have Tyrese Proctor, one of them. We have Alex Tuhey. We have Rocco Zakarski, and then we have Lachlan Olbrich. Those are the 4 Australians that we're going to be referring to here.
Who's the best fit for Miami?
If I was Miami, I would be looking to try to grab Tyrese Proctor. I thought he was a good fit. The Miami Heat actually brought Tyrese Proctor in for a workout, Furious, so that is a player that they had an eye on. You wonder if they ultimately make a trade into the second round. The biggest needs for Miami, in my opinion, is a backcourt partner for Tyler Hero. Check. Shout out to my guy Jakucionis. They also need some more athletic wings. Proctor's more of a 2, but I think he could play a 3. Proctor is 6'4" and a quarter without shoes, so 6'5" and change with shoes, 6'7" wingspan, so he can play the 3 a little bit. Could be an off-ball scorer, like his defense at the point of attack. He's physical. He's got good frame to him. So if I were to pick any of the Australians, my guy Furious, I would certainly think Proctor would be the top of my list for Miami.
Man, 12 after, and we're getting breakdowns from Bob Myers still. Just tough. Just tough. All right, this is our super chat menu as we continue to wait for the draft to resume. We do owe another Beam Boozled. If we get 22 more likes, we'll have another one. So Rolly and I could go at the same time here if y'all want to see which one of us
should I hold
could
off?
suffer. Yeah, let's see if we get 22 more likes. $5 super chat gets you 1 raffle ticket for a chance to win an NBA draft hat of your choice. We'll do the raffle at the end of the stream. $10 gets you 3 entries, plus we'll talk about your favorite team. $20 equals 6 entries, plus one of us is taking a shot. Then every $100 we get is a beer bong. So if you guys want to get in on all that action, have some fun, we got you covered. We appreciate any and all donations. We appreciate everybody who just hangs out and likes the video and is lighting up the chat. So shout out to all of you. Got 400, so did you already draw
I already
one?
picked one.
Okay.
No, I didn't. All right,
I'm blindly looking here. Oh, boy.
I didn't.
This is the puke-looking one.
I think you got the same one as me.
Oh, really?
I picked the booger or pear.
Oh, man. All right, well, I feel like one of us is getting screwed and one of us is not. So you ready?
Let's figure it out.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Jesus. Take it.
It's both of them.
Take it. God almighty.
I don't spit.
That's what. Okay.
Wow.
Care to elaborate?
That's what. God.
We finish around here. That was brutal.
That's as bad as it gets.
My guy Furious has found his way over to the Heat Report. Let's go. Listen, we appreciate all the support you gave us on the other channel, but listen, again, we're going to be honest. It makes me look better, and it makes the Heat fans look better here at the company when we get more support over there. Just throwing it out there. Oh my goodness, we still haven't started the second round yet.
I'm getting angry.
I just lit up production. I said ESPN's coverage was so bad last night. We're doing a full 15-plus minutes before starting round 2.
Yeah, this is ridiculous here. We haven't seen Mark Tatum, but hey, you know what? Shout out your favorite team in the live chat in about 30 seconds.
I mean, even Wendy is like tilted. He's leaning. He's like, let's get this thing going.
In about 30 seconds, we'll pick a team that was spammed in the one we see the first time, and then we'll talk about that team. Here we go.
Boo! Boo, Mark Tatum. Boo! Presented by State Farm, they say. State Farm, you're welcome here anytime. Jake, I'm always down to make a new friend. Boo!
What's that?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. All right.
The second round is underway.
Oh, Rolly! Rolly!
No!
Did he come over to the Heat Report?
Let's go! Shout out to my guy, a new legend at the Heat Report,
Whoa.
Furious, the hip-hop sommelier!
Boom!
Nick, you have been put in charge of rebranding the Heat mascot. What's wrong with Bernie? You have to take any celebrity and turn them into a kind of gritty. Which celebrity do you pick? So you're asking me what celebrity do I want the Heat to be the new mascot of Miami? I mean, I think it's got to be Rick Ross, right? Die-hard Heat fan? Is that it? Coop says he's got one. Let's see it. You can't say that and not lay it out loud.
We are on the clock.
The
Chat
second
Sports
round
has been
is-
on the clock for 15 minutes.
Yeah, we've
but,
been live already for, what is it, an hour and 15, hour and 17. Dude, you're a legend. Oh, so you're saying like gritty from the Flyers.
Can
Take
you
any
message
Italian
that? Message it
tournaments
to
and
me.
Kind of gritty from the Flyers. I want to keep it a Miami guy though, Furious. Is that crazy to say? I'll stick with Rick Ross. Diehard Heat fan. But you know what, Furious? We are doing another Bibonski for you. We got the Pineapple Happy Dads. We're rocking it in and out today. Appreciate you, my friend. Shout out to the Heat fans tuning in. We're 4
Nice.
likes away from 100, so hit that thumbs up icon as we wait for the Suns to get the second round officially started with the 31st pick in this draft.
All right. Here we go.
Let's go Heat! Let's go Heat! Let's go Heat! Let's go Heat! Sorry, I had to.
No,
I had to.
You got a new baller over there, I think.
Furious says, did I redeem my channel sub cluelessness? Furious, you did more than that, my friend. You're a legend. Appreciate you. You know what? We just appreciate people hanging out with us.
Why don't
and
you plug
for
your
you to
channel
go
over there, your
the
content?
Next step. Like, listen, we put out a lot of content, daily content on the Heat Report by Chat Sports. We're talking everything between trade. You know what, Furious? We go live for almost every Heat game, by the way. Solely, we do live play commentary analysis. So I don't know what the time difference is in Australia, but if you ever want to watch a Heat game with us over there, you're more than welcome to join us. You're all right by me. I'll tell you that.
All right, shout out to our guy there. I mean, he's fan. We've got our MVP tonight.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
It's going to take a
You know what? Can I just
Herculean
say it
effort.
right now? This guy's getting a draft hat. Is that fine? You know what? I don't care. I'm not asking. Are you better to ask for forgiveness and just take the rest? Furious, you're getting a Miami Heat draft
We'll
hat.
get you a hat. He's sent like $300. We'll get him one. What's up? Okay.
Yeah, I think he sent actually like, yeah, definitely like 320, 330. Like it's yeah.
All right. Yeah, are y'all getting in on that order? No?
Yeah, I'm probably not.
Okay. If none of y'all are, I won't either then. All right, the Phoenix Suns are on the clock, and that means
The pick is
that
in.
it's going to be your boy.
And the pick is in, and it's reported already out there. It's Rasheer Fleming by the St. Joseph Red Hawks. And if you know the story about the Red Hawk boys, it's a fun one. Their mascot never starts flapping. You're the mascot Red Hawk. Fun fact about St. Joe's, you get a full ride to the school if you're the mascot.
Really?
But every time you put on the suit, you have to flap your arms. And if you stop flapping your arms and you get caught at any moment, scholarship revoked. Being dead serious.
So you got to be in shape.
You got to be ready to roll. Those arms got to be freaking chiseled. But let's talk about Fleming, who's got some chiseled arms himself. He is a 6'9" without shoes wing, 7'5" wingspan, shot 69 or 39% from three. 69 would be crazy. He didn't have the best vertical, only 32.5 inches, but had the best shuttle run. So he's very good moving quickly in directions. Finished 66% of his shots at the rim, which, by the way, was 52% of his attempts. So he gets to the rim. He finishes at the rim. 93rd percentile true shooting percentage. 91st percentile effective field goal percentage. Averaged 3 stocks a game. He is disruptive on the defensive end, and he is an excellent kind of complementary piece offensively in terms of finishing and being able to knock down shots from the perimeter. Could not be more in on the long-term future of Rasheer Fleming in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connor, one of Rolly's favorites, had this to say about Fleming. A hustler who drains spot-up jumpers and brings energy on defense, but he has some real wants as a ball handler with a lack of experience against high-level competition, so teams will have to feel real confident his role player skill set will translate, which clearly you do, having him as a top 15 prospect.
Yeah, I have no issue about it. Listen, one of the biggest knocks I have him is that he really can't put the ball on the deck, can't dribble, can't create for himself. But that's not what he's going to be forced to do over there in Phoenix. Like, you saw them draft Ryan Dunn, the Virginia wing, last year. A very similar type of player, in my opinion. But I like Fleming a little bit more because he actually can shoot from beyond the arc. Ryan Dunn could not, but you put Fleming and Dunn next to each other defensively, those two are going to be absolutely menacing. I don't know if Fleming is going to start, but I tell you what I'm fascinated by, Harrison. A Devin Booker, Jalen Green backcourt, Bradley Beal, if he's on the roster as your sixth man, Ryan Dunn and Fleming at the 3 and 4 with Mark Williams at the 5. That is a very, very athletic and long front court to pair up two bad defenders in Booker and Green.
As the kids would say, that's a league pass team.
You know, they're going to be bad next year, but I'm going to be honest, it will be fun. Like, I'll be tuned in to watch Rasheer Fleming a little bit, that's for sure.
Hit that like button if you want to see Rolly and I suffer again, just like we just did.
Yeah, we're 55 likes away on our Chat Sports channel to get to 100.
I'm one more.
Another 100.
I'm one more liver and onions away from.
Well, I don't think liver and onions is in that pack.
It says it is.
Yeah, but I didn't see one there.
Thank goodness. Next pick is in. Let's get the ball rolling here. What do we say,
It will start humming.
Let's run the
know
three-man weave here, and let's get this going here. The Celtics about to make their pick. We'll see if our friend Shams is going to be tipping picks tonight. Not seeing it so far.
Not for this one.
Well, he fake tipped it an hour ago, I guess, but not this pick.
Well, he then tweeted out before they announced it that they were going with Fleming.
Wendy rocking the navy suit with the pink dress shirt.
So I wasn't paying attention to our live coverage, but this is what you were talking about in terms of Sham Charania just being here and then not really looking up. He's looking down at the phone. Yeah, I figured that he was announcing a trade. What's the trade?
We got a trade.
The Magic are trading up for pick 32.
Noah Penda. You like Penda?
Yeah, so, okay, that's what the trade is. The Magic are trading up here to 32. The Celtics will move back, and these Magic are going to take Noah Penda. The information is it's pick 46, 57, and a second rounder next year. So 2 seconds this year and a future second for this 32 pick where they're going Noah Penda, the forward from France. So my number 1 and number 3 players on my best available, both gone with the first 2 picks.
So I know you like this pick. The question is, do you love it?
I don't think I can say that I do.
Okay. All right.
I do like the fit, but it's not one where I'm going to be like, holy crap. Now, is he going to be someone that can come off the bench and be an excellent defender for them on the wing? Yes, but that's not something they needed. Like, I don't question the Orlando Magic defense. To me, I question their offense. And if I was trading up and I'm Orlando in this spot, I would have preferred to go with another player that I like a lot here, which is Tyrese Proctor, because Proctor can give you some backcourt defense. He can also give you elite shooting off the bench, which you already took in Jace Richardson. But I'm not sold on Penda's ability to be a long-time shooter. He has upside at that three-point range, but I wouldn't guarantee it by any stretch of the imagination. This is just another player that Orlando adds to their roster that can defend and doesn't really have the ability to shoot at this point in his career. And there's too many of those on that roster.
Would you guys, if you were a prospect, would you stick around for the second round or would you go home?
Well, with the second round now fully being a event, so-called, they say, I think I would stick around.
Okay.
I don't think Penda was invited to the green room for night 1, so he was invited specifically for day 2. And you see a lot of prospects there for day 2. Janai Broom, I saw him there. Fleming was there. Penda. Yannick Conan Niederhauser was there last night, but got drafted in the first round and sprinted from the stands down to the podium. How electric is that? Penda's a fascinating young player, though, and he lands in Orlando to join that bench unit.
All right, so that selection has been made. Coop, do you have the next pick here? Is it Orlando or not Orlando, Charlotte here, perhaps, with 2 picks in a row at 33 and 34? All right, the Charlotte Hornets on the clock.
They got to go with either Kalkbrenner or Reynow here. They traded Mark Williams yesterday. They do not have a center on the team. They traded Nick Richards at the trade deadline last year to the Phoenix Suns. Like, there is no center on that roster. Legitimately none. I like the picks they made in Liam McNeely and Con Kneppel yesterday because they desperately needed to add shooting. But, man, they desperately need a center now. So Kalkbrenner or Reynow has to be the pick if I'm Charlotte. With one of these two, and then I would like them to go Proctor. If they want Proctor Kalkbrenner or Proctor Reynow with these 2 picks, hello, that is quite the second-round haul for Charlotte.
Be a good little combination there. Yeah, don't forget to take advantage of our raffle opportunity, a chance to win an NBA draft hat of your choice. The styles are cool this year, man. They really are. $5 gets you 1 entry. $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets. $20 gets you 6. A lot of entries already in there, so if you want to get in on that action, that is how you can do so.
I also wouldn't hate here. I know I said Proctor, but could you imagine if they were to get one of my other guys, Adou Thiero, and a big man? They could use more wing defensive pieces as well. We know they are not the best defensive team in the NBA. Miller and LaMelo, their top 2 players, don't pride themselves on being able to stop their opposing players that they guard. So getting pieces around them that can defend could also make sense too.
After the Charlotte Hornets pick twice, it'll be Philadelphia, Minnesota, and Detroit. So that's what you got coming up here.
You do have to wonder if Charlotte would make a pick here and then trade the other one and try to get future assets as well. Not often do you see a team make 2 picks in a row, whether it's the NFL, NBA, whatever sport it is. If you have back-to-back picks, I feel like it rarely ever gets made because it's like, we'll trade one, we'll take the guy we like, and then trade the other.
Yeah, that typically is what happens. So we'll see. We do have some rookie jerseys available. Chatsports.com/NBA jersey. If you want to click and shop today, we'll get that link in the live chat for you guys. Not all these numbers are determined yet. So once those get settled, Fanatics will then get these jerseys printed and made, and then they'll ship them out to you. So get in on the pre-order action right now at chatsports.com/NBA jersey. If you want to get Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, Cooper Flagg. We already know Cooper Flagg's number 32. It's all available. Your favorite teams, your favorite players, chatsports.com/NBA jersey.
Yeah, pick is not in yet.
I wonder if they're trying to
Charlotte
trade here. They were rumored to trade earlier today, and they're using that clock, so maybe they're seeing if they can get an offer here.
Yeah, we'll see. No, there's a lot of still good prospects on the board. If we wanted to flash the best available here, Coop, to kind of show what they could be looking at and maybe a team that wants to trade up. I mean, these 4 are really good players that will be able to contribute right away in my book. That we talk ad nauseum over the last 2 minutes about Charlotte needing a big man, so I could see them going with the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East in Ryan Kalkbrenner. But if they wanted to add wing defense or perimeter scoring off the bench, Proctor and Kam Jones makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, then you got guys like Maxine Raynaud, who I know people in the chat were asking about earlier, Amari Williams, Javon Small, so kind of the next crop of players on Rolly's big board there. The pick is in, so Charlotte is going to pick here. We'll see who the selection is before they pick for a second straight time.
Well, to be fair, though,
LaMelo
the
Ball at the
Celtics
draft.
pick said it was in, and then it got traded.
Ah,
so
true.
No guarantee that the Hornets will absolutely keep this pick. I never forget, by the way, in 2019 when our Miami Heat folks took Bobo in the second round, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then it came out a minute after the pick was announced that it's going to be traded to the Suns, and I was heartbroken.
The full details, by the way, on that last trade is Orlando got 32 to select Penda. The Celtics got 46, 57, a second-round pick in 2026, and a second-round pick in 2027. So Orlando moves down 14 spots to get 3 extra seconds. So
yeah, 4 seconds. I mean, so I guess like 3 if you
3
count
extra,
to move
yeah.
up, but just 4-second overall pay is pretty crazy to really comprehend, though.
Yep.
Considering the fact, by the way, that the Suns gave up less to move up to grab the 31st pick.
True.
They gave up only 3 second-round picks.
They must have really liked Penda.
Yeah. The pick is in. It's going to be announced on TV.
All right.
They go Sion James. Interesting. So they go with a guard-forward hybrid from Duke, who was on my top 8 best available players heading into the night. He is just an excellent defender. So I do like this pick. Like, they went with the prototype of player that I mentioned they could go with Proctor or Adou Thiero. They just went in a different direction. 6'4.5" without shoes, 6'6.5" wingspan, 218 pounds. So he's built like a truck. 4 years at Tulane before transferring to Duke and playing there for 1 season. He joins his Duke teammate Con Kneppel in Charlotte. Great athlete, 39.5-inch vertical. I have him as my 36th overall player. He is an excellent defensive player. He just is. This is what he will excel in. He reminds me a lot of Aaron Nesmith, the way he moves, the way he's able to navigate opponent setting a screen on him. Nesmith does that extremely well. And he's an excellent catch-and-shoot player as well. Ready for this? 72% effective field goal percentage on the catch. That is in the 99th percentile. He also is a pretty solid finisher around the rim. Shot 59%, and that was 59% of his shots. So it was either in transition finishing or a back cut or a cut along the baseline or a catch-and-shoot guy. Shot 57% from the right corner, 54% from the left corner. Have an early second-round grade on him and compared him to A.J. Griffin. I do like this fit in Charlotte.
All right, I like it. Shout out your favorite team. The Hornets will make another pick here, and as we await
I feel
that,
like they got to go big man, but man.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. We'll give you guys about 20 seconds, and then we will randomly select a team from the chat. So shout out your favorite team, and I'll pull up the chat here in about 15 seconds.
We got Hornets, Philly,
seconds.
and then Brooklyn on the clock here. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at ESPN. That's on me. They don't have the updated trades like we do. It is Charlotte, Philly, and Minnesota coming up next. I'm just going to continue to pound the table. Like, this has to be either Kalkbrenner or Maxime Raynaud. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be upset if they don't take one of those two, and Philly gets the choice of one of them.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, the first team I see is the T-Wolves. I actually see 2 T-Wolves right there. So Minnesota, who's actually picking in a couple of selections here, they traded down from 31 to 36 with Phoenix a little bit ago. Who would you like to see them target coming up?
So Minnesota took Yohan Beringer at pick 17, the very high upside, low floor center from France. Did not love that pick for them. If I am Minnesota, I'm probably hoping and praying that Kam Jones, the guard from Marquette, ultimately makes it here to their spot because they need some more bench scoring. Mike Conley is just getting so much older now and might be off the roster. You have Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon Jr. taking a step up, but you can never have too many players that just are able to put the ball in the basket off the bench and can handle the rock as a secondary ball handler. I think Kam Jones, the best scoring guard left in this draft at this point, would be a great, great pick for them at 36 if he's still there. But they got to dodge Charlotte and Philly at 34 and 35.
Not to mention they have a big weekend coming up. Player option for Julius Randle,
Naz Reid.
Nick Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid, impending free agents. So
Nickeil Alexander-Walker's unrestricted, so he'll hit the market no matter what. Naz Reid has a player option at $15 million, but it's pretty much guaranteed he'll opt out and become an unrestricted free agent as his market is expected to exceed at least $20 million per season. Julius Randle's the 150-50. We really don't know what's going to happen there, but yeah, Naz Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker will be unrestricted.
Out of those three players, they keep how many?
I think they get it done with two. I think it would be the two forwards and Naz Reid and Julius Randle. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker's gone.
There's some team just
he'll get the mid-level from a
full
team,
mid-level.
13, 14 mil, somewhere around there, and I don't think Minnesota at this point in their cap can really afford to do that.
All right, Charlotte still on the clock. We'll play this game one more time. Continue to shout out your favorite team, and
I mean the clock just expired 0, and like this is a joke.
just not ready to go. In about 15 seconds, we'll pick another team. So continue to light up the chat. Continue to light up the chat. What are we doing, ESPN? Preston Yoder says chat. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolly, who do you see?
First team I see is the Lakers. The Lakers report. You know what?
We have 19 people
What we'll
watching.
do here is I want to bring on producer Jeffrey Cooperstein, who did a video yesterday on the Chats
Yes,
or the
indeed.
Lakers channel about second-round targets. What are you seeing here, Coop?
Look, we all know the Lakers need a big. He's not going to fall there. If Ryan Kalkbrenner falls to the Lakers,
Bad news, he's the pick at 34.
they are going to. Ryan Kalkbrenner is off the board at 34 to the Charlotte Hornets, but they do need a big. The kid from Australia, you mentioned him as a potential possibility. I don't know if Janai Broom would probably be a little bit of a reach for the Lakers there at 45, but I think they have to target a big man here.
This feels like a pretty good draft for Charlotte.
It's funny you say that. As you were saying that, I'm typing out Charlotte Hornets have had a great draft.
Feels like a great draft. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, when you're talking about the Lakers, they have to get a threatening big to play with Luka.
Yeah, that is a must, but they also need to find a center that can play both ways because
Yeah.
that's something Jackson Hayes failed to do, and it's the reason why he didn't play.
I still
in the
wonder.
postseason.
I still wonder if they try to trade for like what's his name from Brooklyn, or
Nick Claxton.
maybe they can get. Is Capella a free agent? Or
He is an unrestricted.
could you get him on a cheaper deal?
Yeah,
Does he take less money to go there?
I'd say this, though. Capella at this stage in his career is pretty cooked.
Yeah,
so,
he's not
like,
very vertical anymore.
Yeah,
but
it's not someone that I'm like foaming at the mouth at trying to get, but I would take him as a backup center on a cheap deal, I suppose. But let's talk about this pick that was just made by the Charlotte Hornets. We had over under 7.5. We're at 2 now because I do love the pick of Ryan Kalkbrenner for the Charlotte Hornets. I have mentioned this before on the broadcast. He is a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East. You just simply do not find that. Averaged 2.7 blocks per game. Spent 5 years at Creighton. 7'1" without shoes. A 7'6" wingspan. 7.3% block percentage. Are you kidding me? Shot 78.5% at the rim. Best in the class, 98th percentile. And he displayed the ability to shoot from deep. Shot 34.4% from 3 on limited opportunities. You see his testing numbers. Shot 32 of 48 at the combine. So he does have that step-out ability. He is going to struggle if he gets pulled out to the perimeter against speedy guards in the pick and roll. But I do believe this is a player that can start day one for Charlotte, as they do not have a starting center at this point. Compared him to Walker Kessler, I like that comp a lot. Another reason why I like him, he doesn't foul. He doesn't. He does not bite for pump fakes. He lets his size play. He does not get into foul trouble. What's the stat? Did I write this in my notes? I hope I did. No, he just doesn't foul. Like, I wish I had the number. I don't think he fouled out once in his entire 5-year collegiate career.
Jake Fisher did have the note that the Hornets originally intended to trade one of their 2 picks, but Charlotte is going to keep center Ryan Kalkbrenner.
I mean, I love this pick. I do. So what a night for Charlotte early. Could I have argued to go with a Tyrese Proctor and a Adou Thiero over Sion James? Sure, but I'm not going to complain about it. To each is their own. But the point of the first 2 picks here for them is to land one of Maxime Reynau or Ryan Kalkbrenner. They did that with the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year from the Big East.
The Philadelphia 76ers are on the clock.
They got to go Reynau here.
Let's keep that number flying up in subscribers. Let's get to 412-200 here. We're 24 away. Full NBA draft coverage starting with round 1 last night, second round tonight. We got free agency coming up on Monday. We'll have our undrafted free agency tracker tomorrow. Take a look at some of the top free agent targets this weekend as well. The coverage does not stop, so be sure to subscribe and join us today. All right, the 76ers are on the clock at number 35 overall here, Rolly. Where would you like to see them go here?
Just having a hard time seeing why they would do anything other than Maxime Reynau. Like, I really am. Like, their 2 things for me coming in was they need to find a long-term Joel Embiid replacement, and they need to finalize a backcourt partner to Jared McCain or Tyrese Maxey, because Jared McCain I think is more suited to be a kind of like a off the bench change of pace guard, even though he did play really well in the first couple months of the year before tearing that meniscus. He'll make a speedy recovery, but you get Edgecombe, and now you can get Reynau, who many people thought could go at the end of round 1, in here with 35. I just have a hard time justifying any pick here for Philly that isn't Maxime.
We'll see if that's the direction they go to. Clock's running out for them in this round, so it looks like they likely will make the selection.
Does the clock mean nothing?
Clock means nothing.
I mean, this is a joke.
We're at 0-0. The pick is not even in.
The rule is you're supposed to forfeit the pick if you don't make it
This
within
is
the
Adam
clock.
Silver's league.
It's an embarrassment.
Adam Silver runs a Bush league, Coop.
You sure as shit does.
Oh, man. Come on.
I do wonder what is the holdup here. That's back-to-back picks that have just taken pretty long to get in here.
I mean, Mark Tatum's got to wake up, man. He's trying to milk this and make his push.
When Adam Silver retires, they can't make Mark Tatum commissioner. That's all I know.
This is actually taking longer.
Stern's
the first
rolling
4
over.
picks of the second round is taking longer than the first 4 picks of the first round.
That's a bad sign, by the way.
For us, yeah.
I don't know what you said the over-under was, but we're hammering the over.
Last year, the Main Shot Sports Day 2 stream was exactly a half.
Yeah. Hour and a half?
No, exactly half.
So it was like at 1:45?
So it was like yesterday's stream was 6 hours and change. And last year was 6 hours. Last year was 3 hours on day 2. So I expect the same thing here. Not the case. Pick 35 is in. Who has the
Oh, you called it.
Who has it?
Janai Broom. Michael Scotto. You called it, Rolly. Rolly Hoops.
I am shocked that they chose him over Reynau, but I did say when someone asked where did Janai Broom go, I said he was a Philadelphia 76er. And when I told Jake Chipper, our 76ers fan, that Janai Broom is a Sixer, he told me on their live stream he would turn it off. So let's see, did they turn it off? Jakey, Chippy, did you turn it off? Did you turn it off, Chippy?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Listen, I don't think it's a terrible pick. I do think it's a bad one with Reynau on the board. Like, Janai was the National Player of the Year runner-up to Cooper Flagg. He was the offensive engine for what Auburn did when they were the #1 team in college basketball all season long. I am just a little bit surprised they went with the high floor Johni Broome over the high ceiling type of guy like Maxime Reynaud, who Reynaud, by the way, is the most offensively gifted.
Chase's reaction is, look at this.
I gotta see
Look.
this.
He turns around and goes, no. It's Broome.
I just said in production, oh, Chippy, what did I tell you? Johni Broome is a Sixer. Obviously, he got a lot of hate after his NBA Combine performance, where he flashed a wowing 28 max vertical and a standing vertical of 24.5 inch.
Chip goes in the background. What are they doing?
Listen, for the people that might be a little bit down on Broome, let me try to convince you that that shouldn't be the case. He had a ridiculous 26% defensive rebounding percentage, 14.1% offensive rebound percentage. So he is an elite rebounder. He also is a good block. Believe it or not, he times it up well. He's got a good length, a 9-foot standing reach, a 7-foot wingspan, 9.3 block percentage, and 7.5% over the final 2 years. He's got really soft touch around the rim. Now, the reason why people are down on Johni Broome is that he is a very bad athlete, and he is a very bad free throw shooter. Shot 58.7% from the line last season. Did shoot 27.8% from three, but the free throw numbers tell you maybe that is not sustainable. So I understand the reservations, but there are things to like with Johni Broome.
What's a best case scenario here? Give me a comp.
Mo Wagner.
Okay.
Mo Wagner.
I mean,
that's
that'd
my player comp.
be a great pick at 35 if that's who he becomes.
The former big man from Michigan who is a free agent this year after getting the team option revoked by the Orlando Magic. I think that's a fair comp, limited athletically, but will battle on the boards, a fiery competitor, and maybe can step out and knock down a tray ball at times.
Shout out to the Nets. Not wasting any time here, folks.
Pick is in. Pick is
is
in.
in. We'll get that shortly. Grade the pick of Johni Broome to the 76ers at 35, A, B, C, D, or F. But the Brooklyn Nets will make their 6th selection.
This is a B-plus pick.
This is a Timberwolves.
Oh, you're sorry. ESPN's cooked.
It's a
The
B-plus pick.
Timberwolves have made their pick.
Coop's going B+.
B-plus.
I don't mind Broome. I just think it's funny they didn't like him.
This is not ESPN being cooked. This is the NBA.
Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
Well,
Adam Silver's
ESPN,
league.
yeah, they're in Silver's pockets.
I'm going B-. Oh, this is a trade. It's a trade. Oh, Lakey.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh, little Lakey action.
Who's it for?
It's got to be Maxime.
Let's see.
If this is a trade for the, we're hearing that the Lakers are trading up here with the T-Wolves. It's just got to be, for Maxime Reynaud. I don't see, is my tweet deck just incredibly slow? I don't see any of these things.
Shams has that it is the Lakers, but it's not
Lakers
saying
are
who
acquiring
yet.
pick 36. So the Lakers are on the clock.
You'll probably know better. You can go. Let's wait and see who it is. We'll push it across, then you can go.
Well, let's hear what the pick is. I'm guessing Maxime Reynaud. It's Adou Thiero. It's Adou Thiero. I like that pick for them.
Oh, man.
You know what? I guaranteed that I would say Adou Thiero is a love. I don't think it is anymore with the Lakers fit. Did the Lakers just get an exceptional value pick with Adou Thiero? Yes. But they already have Jared Vanderbilt at home. And that, I wouldn't say it's a comp for Adou Thiero, but they play the same way in terms of athlete, really good wingspan, good defender, but can't space the floor. I just can't get over that fit there. I don't understand it. Thiero shot 25% from three, but he is an elite finisher, man. 97th percentile in dunks made, 91st percentile in shots at the rim made, 92nd percentile in non-paint twos made, 3.4 steal percentage, 2.9 block percentage, 1.62 points per possession on cuts in the half court, 93rd percentile. The guy just finishes around the rim at an elite level, but he is a horrific jump shooter. 28% career from beyond the arc, 40% effective field goal percentage on catch and shoot opportunities, which is in the 28th percentile. He is a straight line driver to the rim, but is not someone who can create for others. But he is, I think, the best athlete in the draft. I consider him the third long-lost brother of the Thompson twins.
Do you think the shooting can improve?
Yeah, I think it could. 68% free throw shooter, so it's not the worst in the world. I'm just a little surprised at the fit. I am.
Lakers sent 45 in cash to Minnesota, so no other picks involved.
Not an expensive pick to acquire. I'm a little shocked by that.
That's interesting. 22nd player on your board.
22nd. I really like Thiero. I mean, he is just an athletic freak who can defend. It's just really good. But I just don't like his fit in LA, and that's why I don't love the pick. I like the pick.
Do you trade Vanderbilt now?
Like, I don't think you're trading Jared Vanderbilt because you drafted Adou Thiero.
Yeah.
If you had him higher on your board, you get your guy. But, like, I just don't know what the reasoning is there. And I'll say this for my Miami Heat fans at home. If we're really trading Wiggins to the Lakers like it's rumored, I'm trying to get Thiero to Miami, man. I would try to.
Do you think that rumor dies down? Does that have any weight?
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
No? Okay. Grade the pick. It looks like the Pistons pick is – we're heating up here, fellas. Michael Scotto all over it.
Yes.
Scotto is all over it. A, B, C, D, or F here.
We're also one like away from another being boozled for me.
Yeah, that's Rolly. Thank God.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Can we get to 500 and then we'll reveal the next pick? No, Alexandre, they traded the 45th pick and cash to get this pick.
All right, we hit 500, so I'll go ahead and announce it here.
All right, my bean boozled is it's top banana or wet dog.
Oh, boy.
I actually got this one yesterday. I got wet dog. It wasn't great. Wasn't a big fan of it. But either way, yep, down the hatch we go.
Let's see. Then we'll announce the pick of Chaz Lanier.
That's banana.
Okay.
I got wet dog yesterday, so
2 for 3 today. 2 for 3.
take those numbers. Take those numbers.
What do you think of this pick?
Really good shooter. I am a little puzzled. If the Pistons wanted to go with a pure three-point shooter, I would have probably preferred Kobe Brea. But Chaz Lanier, I would also say, is a little bit of a better defender. Older, 23 and a half age. And yes, Kobe Brea is a better three-point shooter. But Kobe Brea has a negative wingspan. Chaz Lanier has a +6 wingspan, 6'9", compared to a 6'3" height. Averaged 18 a game for the Tennessee Volunteers. Spent 4 years in North Florida before transferring to Tennessee. Solid athlete as well, 39-inch vertical, second best among shooting guards. Good free throw shooter, like just a ridiculous guy who's done it consistently. Had 15 games this year with at least 4 3-pointers made or more. I gotta be honest, watching his tape a little bit, I project him as someone who can handle the ball a little bit. Looked like a secondary ball handler to me. He knows how to leverage his three-point shooting into getting the defender to commit, and then pump fake, drive by, and then draw the defense and kick it out to a teammate for another open look. He doesn't get downhill often, oftentimes settle for jumpers rather than getting to the rim, which he's a jump shooter. He doesn't like to get to the rim. But this is an interesting pick here. Certainly don't hate it.
If he becomes big time, he got drafted during a Jason Kelsey commercial, so we'll always remember that.
We will always have that.
So, yeah.
Now, I do want to share this. Ready for this, Harrison?
Let's hear
There
it.
was a game this year during the season where Chaz Lanier got benched. What did Rick Barnes say to the media when he got benched? When asked about it, he got benched for not doing what he is paid to do. Don't know what the story is, but that did happen. He ultimately was the leading scorer for that Tennessee team, averaged 18 a game.
How far did they get again? Elite 8?
Where did they get this year? Sweet 16?
They for sure made the second weekend, but all right, San Antonio, Indiana on the clock. ESPN still being weird with.
Tell you what, what a pick this would be for the Pacers to have Maxime Reynal fall into their laps. They need a backup center regardless. Miles Turner's a free agent, so they could. It sounds like they're going to re-sign him, but they desperately need a big. Reynal is one of the most offensively gifted centers in this entire draft. We're not even just second round. The draft, I would say it's either him or Derek Queen in terms of offensive ability. You put that in that high-flying, up-temper Pacers offense, and that could be fireworks. This just simply has to be Maxime Reynal if I'm the Pacers.
All right, we'll see if that's what ends up being the pick. You got Toronto and New Orleans at 39 and 40 as the second round is rolling along here, almost an hour in to round 2, and we've made 7 picks. So we're moving at a snail's pace here.
As we always like to say, the NBA stinks. Yes, it's the same time as yesterday, which is never a great sign for things to come.
The pick is in for the Indiana Pacers.
This just, I would be absolutely puzzled if this is not Maxime. I'll be honest. I just don't know a world where they should be passing up him for another prospect.
Here's our Super Chat menu. Every 100 likes, we're playing the Beam Boozled game. So if you want to see me and Rolly potentially suffer, you can do that. $5 gets you a raffle ticket for a chance to win an NBA draft hat. $10 gets you 3 entries, plus we'll talk about your favorite team. $20 gets you 6 entries, plus we'll take a shot. Then every $100 we get, we're either doing a beer bong or a shotgun.
Can't hate this pick either for Indiana. They go with the guard from Marquette, Kam Jones, so they keep Jones in the state. No, that doesn't work.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. All right, Harrison, take the wheel. I got
in the region.
I got to put myself
Keep him in the region.
1 minute timeout.
Kam Jones, the guard out of Marquette. I know a player that Rolly really liked. Wisconsin, Indiana. You know, it's in the same ballpark there. As he ends up going to the Pacers. 30th player on Rolly's big board. Good scorer, athletic as well. Rolly, you can come out of timeout now since you are the analyst and finish up the scouting profile.
I don't know. That was pretty brutal. But Kam Jones is a really good combo guard. And, you know, with Haliburton being out for the next year, Nembhard's going to have to take that lead ball-handling point guard role, but then who takes the role of Andrew Nembhard? Well, here comes Kam Jones, and I do understand this fit now. Spent all 4 years at Marquette, led every single guard in the NBA draft, not freshman, just every guard in points created per game, 36.8 a night. He shot 63% at the rim, and he knows how to get to the rim, and he's crafty. That's 48% of his field goal attempts coming back there. And I will say, lefty player only uses his left hand. He will drive and then get back to his left hand. He's not going to try to finish with his right hand. He had a 3.1 assist-to-turnover ratio this year, so was excellent playmaking for others. Never really had a massive playmaking role due to Tyler Kolek being a Marquette Golden Eagle, but then had a 38.1% assist rate this year. Good positional size, can play on ball, can play off ball. He has experience doing both at college, experienced guy, and he is also someone who will take pride in his defense. And you know that is something that is required playing for Shaka Smart over at Marquette. Now, the one big knock I have on Kam Jones, which is a fascinating one, doesn't get to the free throw line for someone who drives to the rim a lot. A 16% free throw rate, so not good. And when he got to the line, Harrison, shot 64.8%. So doesn't get to the line, doesn't shoot free throws very well, but finishes around the rim, play makes for others, and can step out from deep and knock down a couple shots as well.
So they help fill that backcourt, like you mentioned, with Haliburton set to miss next season. We'll see, obviously, what happens with Miles Turner in free agency. Sounds like they're going to bring him back, but they go Kam Jones, one of your better players available. Okay, Toronto at 39.
I think we're going to have to play the game soon. Can't say Maxime right now because another team here who desperately needs a center. Like Jakob Poeltl is not going to be there much longer in Toronto. They don't have a true center of the future, so I just feel like that would be a good pick for them here as well.
We'll see if they go in that direction. Pelicans on deck. All right, shout out your city. Let us know where you're watching this this draft from, this coverage from. We'll get some shout outs going. You can get some Heat Report shout-outs going. Let us know where they're watching from.
Yeah, once they start filling up the chat.
We got Timmy in Hillsboro, Ohio. Khaled in Toronto. Well, they're on the clock. We got Raptors picking another power forward. We got Murray in Australia, Rob in Phoenix, Marble Sky in New York City. Still our top fan, by the way. San Antonio, Hartford, Minnesota. We got Tucson, Milwaukee, Ohio from Ty Man the Buckeye. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. You got any over there?
Yeah, we got Master of Rage walking from Miami. My guy Ruski is in Fresno. Jolan is in Missouri. Supreme Link is in Pensacola. Napoleon is in the Philippines. Vid Bully is from Central America. Ty Man is from Ohio. Eric is from the 305 Miami. Shout out to all of y'all hanging in here. The pick is in for Toronto. We'll see who they go with here. 20 picks left here in round 2. I do think we're going to pick it up eventually.
Oh, boy. Got a super chat from Spawnville.
Spoonville. Get that on screen here in a second.
Maine. It's on the Maine.
I am surprised at the lack of picks being leaked here. You look back at other drafts and like we're like 2 picks ahead on Twitter than we are on TV, and we're keeping it side by side here.
You start putting the dominoes together. They're not tipping picks. Teams are letting the clock run out. The NBA is telling ESPN we want this coverage, this TV coverage, to last as long as possible.
So the pick is in for Toronto at 39. Heat fans are going to know this name. How about Elijah Martin, the guard from Florida? Wow. This is early for Elijah, in my opinion. I thought Martin was going to be someone you could potentially find in undrafted free agency. Not the case. Off the board within the first 10 picks of the second round. Martin, guard, wing hybrid. I know he's listed as a wing, and you see his height, and you're like, well, how is that a wing?
210.
That's how he plays, though. He is an athletic off-ball guy. He helped lead that Florida team to a national championship. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller in stature, but he's got a 6'7" wingspan, so +6. 4 years at FAU before transferring to Florida. Shot 66% around the rim. Okay three-point shooter, 35%. But the reason why the Raptors are intrigued with Martin here, he's a high field player. He cuts at the right time in the half court, rotates really well on the defensive end, and can guard 1 through 3 in that well. And he's physical, too, defending. He takes the challenge well of defending the opposing team's best perimeter guy. They oftentimes try to hide Walter Clayton by putting Elijah Martin and Will Richard on the opposing team's best guards. Elijah, it's an interesting fit. They took Jamal Shed in the second round last year, and they're continuing to beef up their defense off the bench again here with the pick of Elijah Martin. My 58th overall player.
I was going to ask, was he in your top 60?
He was barely in my top 60, but I did not have a draftable grade on Elijah Martin. I did have him as a UDFA type of guy. My last draftable player was actually Mark Sears at 56. So Jameer Watkins and beyond, 57 and below, undraftable grade. And not undraftable, just an undrafted free agent grade, I should say.
All right. $5 super chat from Spoonville.
Shout out to you, Spoonville.
You get a raffle ticket, chance to win an NBA draft hat. Appreciate you, Spoonville. $5 gets you in the raffle. $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets. 20 gets you 6. At the end of the show, we'll do our raffle drawing, and someone will get an NBA draft hat of their choice. Can represent their favorite team. All right, the Wizards are on the clock. Or not the Wizards, the Pelicans. I got to stop looking at the garbage ESPN
This is coming in that Jordan Poole trade, I believe. Last year, they took Yves Missi and Antonio Reeves. This year, they traded up to get Derek Queen at 13 and took Jeremiah Fears at 7. So they now have their long-term point guard and center of the future. At least, hopefully, they do in their eyes. Team need everything. So they could really go in so many different directions. I can't really pinpoint where they should go. Jack, can we get best available here and maybe I will come with a better conclusion. Like, these are my top 4. None of these guys are doing for me. Like, I don't love the fit for, like, any of these guys very specifically. What's the next group of 4 here, Jack? We got these 4. You know, I think I'm just going BPA.
Oh, they just took TCU legend.
Yeah, so that's not the case. Another player that I thought might have been a UDFA guy, but I didn't think so. I did have a draftable grade on him. Micah Peavy is the pick for the Pelicans at 40.
Yeah, Micah Peavy.
Listen, Harrison, I know I'm Mr. Analyst today, but this is probably the one guy in this second round you know the most about. So, Harrison, why don't you tell us about the longtime TCU before he transferred to Georgetown, Micah Peavy?
Yeah, 1 year at Texas Tech, 3 at TCU, 1 at Georgetown. I think what got him drafted here, Rolly, is he finally became a knockdown three-point shooter this year. On
Shot 40%.
Decent volume, 4 threes per game. 6'6", 6'7" guy with shoes. Good size. Decent ball handler, not great. Perhaps he got a little better this year in that regard at Georgetown. Didn't watch him as much this year, but he was always kind of a secondary playmaker at TCU. You see the assist there, 3.6. We can do a little bit of it. He is an excellent defender. He can defend,
he's active.
He can defend 1 through 4s, especially 1 through 3s. He can switch. He's one of those guys who takes pride in being a perimeter defender, just kind of mono, kind of like a press man corner. Like, he fights through screens. He really gets in your face. He's physical. So, if he can continue that elevation as being a consistent shooter, he'll probably play for 8 to 10 years because he is so good on the defensive end. I think if he can improve as a ball handler and a creator, he can be a bench guard wing guy for a long time in the league.
Yeah, I like the quick and active hands he displayed on the defensive end, which is why you saw him average 2 steals per game for the Hoyas this past season. Now, a little bit concerning here, I will say, at the next level, doesn't have a good height to wingspan ratio, only a +1, 6'7" wingspan, 6'6" shoes. So if he's wearing shoes, it's pretty much a net nothing wingspan. But he did get downhill a lot. He attacks. He gets a lot of lift on his jumper, which I like. Shot 59% effective field goal percentage on catch and shoot opportunities. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Not going to write home about this being a home run pick or anything like that. Also a very older player, 23.9 years of age here on draft night. But I don't hate adding good players to your roster.
He's also a good transition player offensively because he's athletic and can really run. He can play above the rim a little bit. So, I'm a little surprised he went this high, but I thought he'd go in like the 50s, like maybe 48 to 55 range.
I had a late second-round pick grade on him, and I comped him to like a little bit of a taller Josh Okogie.
I don't hate that.
It's
a decent profile there. He is I will say this, he is a product.
Pelicans GM's Joe Dumars now.
He is a product, Rolly, of what you're seeing. He is a product of what you're seeing more and more in the modern college basketball era with NIL. Sticks around, transfers to a school that throws him a little money and puts it all together. So if he tried to go pro last year, he's definitely not getting drafted. So, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he really jumped up, and you mentioned that improved three-point shooting. Like,
that's the big difference
last year, before he shot 40% on 4.1 attempts, he shot 31%.
He was a low 30s guy before going to Georgetown, so he took a big jump there. You see some of his transition highlights there that they're showing.
And he'll need to continue to hit some shots from beyond the arc if he wants to be a long-time player in the association.
Did you already film Coop? Oh, that was quick.
Attaboy, Coopy Lakes.
Coop. Micah Peavy going. There he is. There he is. All right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're subscribed to Chat Sports or the Heat Report, we are simulcasting live on both channels. Type me in the chat. We'll get some shout-outs going here.
Yeah, hit that sub button. We're live for the big events, man.
Yeah, I got to go. Let me turn sub-only chat. Yeah, sub-only's on, so you got to be subscribed to get in the live chat. Oh, how did you grade the Thiero pick? Okay.
He's going to catch a lot of lobs in transition from Luka.
That's basically exactly what I said. Is like he's a freak athlete, but I don't think he gives them basically anything on offense. And I think he's going to play a lot of time in the G League next year.
Yeah, probably. I don't think this really changes their outlook on maybe an Andrew Wiggins trade.
Absolutely.
They've been the team linked to him the most, so
Well,
we'll see.
So I think their thinking is they have kind of uncertainty at wing because Dorian Finney-Smith might decline that player option, go to free agency. LeBron maybe in the final year of his contract there. You have Rui Hachimura, who's been in trade rumors as well. So I think maybe this is a little insurance for them.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything you just said there, Jeffrey Cooperstein. The Coupettes, I see why you are the Ets.
Oh, yeah.
The Phoenix Suns are on the clock.
This pick was acquired when they sent 2 second-round picks in the back half of this second round to the Golden State Warriors. This was originally the Warriors pick, not the case.
Got to tell you,
Oh,
man.
Elijah Martin went.
Yeah, 39
Let's
in
go.
Toronto. I don't know if I don't really like the pick. I think I've decided.
Third of the way through the round, boys. Hour in. How we feeling?
It's not ideal.
Not what we were.
Last year, the second round took like.
Tell you what, they get out of Newport and all of a sudden they're renting out Barclays and they're getting every last second out of that building. I'll tell you
it's
that.
kind of brutal. I can't lie. It's also not great that I'm exhausted. I don't know why. I guess I need a little energy boost. I don't know why. I need
You need a
someone to
Celsius?
boost my energy. Drinking a Celsius at 8 o'clock would be absolutely just detrimental to the sleep program, so I'm not going to do it.
What's the latest you've ever had a Celsius?
Probably around 6:30,
Okay.
which I guess it's only about 2-hour difference at this point, but that's a big 2 hours right there.
It's a normal wake up tomorrow, so you know.
I've only
No,
had
that's
about
just a turnaround of
I've
the
only had
century.
about 100 milligrams of caffeine today, so I'm kind of fiending right now.
What's
low-key.
your typical?
Usually a lot more than that.
How much more?
I usually have about 2 Celsius a day. That's bad.
You didn't go down to the bodega?
No, he's not getting my 432.
The Suns on the clock
He has
here.
and he will.
Can we see the best available, Coop? They're saying the pick is in.
That would be
Never mind.
lovely. Well, you could still flash it.
I haven't seen it yet. Oh! I've seen it now. Seen it now. Seen it now.
Is this your third love of the day, perhaps?
Um,
That was a big reaction from you.
no. You know what? I think we're going on way under, folks. Kobe Brea, the guard wing hybrid from Kentucky, a sharpshooter, heads to the Phoenix Suns here at pick number 41. He is either the first, the second, or third best shooter in this draft class. It's either him, Trey Johnson, or Con Kneppel. Let me rattle off some stats. 4 years at Dayton before transferring to Kentucky. True shooting percentage, 63.6, 92nd percentile. Effective field goal percentage, 61.8, 91st percentile. 97th percentile in dribble jumpers, 93rd percentile in catch and shoot, 96th percentile in spot up, 88th percentile in handoffs. Is there anything else I need to say to clarify? He is an elite shooter. Now, a couple knocks on him. He is 6'5 3/4 with a 6'5" quarter wingspan. He has a legit negative wingspan. That's not great.
So he's the next Desmond Bain.
He will be targeted a lot on the defensive end of the
wishes.
floor. He's already not a good defender, so when he starts to play NBA-level talent, it's probably going to get even more ugly. I comped him, Coop, to Luke Kennard. And he doesn't even look to get to the
Good
rim.
Luke Kennard or
Well, Kennard's
cooked Luke?
always good.
Is he still
I
cooking?
mean, he's still shooting 43% from 3. He
Okay.
doesn't miss. Yeah.
Is he still with the Clips?
He's an unrestricted free agent.
Is he on that list? Finney Smith might be soon.
Kennard on the top 25. I think I have Kennard at 23 or 24, yeah.
Dodo on there?
Dodo's at like 19 or 18, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Kobe Brea is going to have one role in the NBA, and that's to light up the rim. If he doesn't hit his shots from beyond the arc, he is going to have a very short career. He'll have a very short stint in the NBA, whether it is coming off the bench and playing 6 minutes, and he goes 0 for 2 from 3. All right, not Kobe's night. Get him out of there.
Have fun in China.
Yeah, like he just has to hit a 3. He just has to hit the 3. But I mean, a player of his caliber who shot damn near 49.5% from 3 on 7 attempts in the A-10 playing for Dayton, I think this guy is going to be able to continue to shoot the rock in the NBA.
How do you feel about an Aaron Nesmith comp?
You said that about.
He doesn't defend, yeah.
Smith is a really good defender.
Who'd you say that about earlier? You comped
Tyrese Proctor.
No. There was a pick earlier where you mentioned Neesmith.
Well, yeah, because of his defensive ability and being able to avoid screens.
Who are we talking
about?
about?
James.
That's right.
But he is. I would not comp any
your
of them
actual
to Aaron
your
Neesmith.
actual comp was
Tyrese Proctor.
No. For Sion, your actual comp was I forgot who you said.
Let me look at.
You definitely said someone.
Well, I have his comp for everyone. I just don't remember off the top. My comp was AJ Griffin.
That's what it was. That is it.
Kobe Bryant heads to the Suns. I'll tell you what, though. It's funny. He's going to wear a Warriors hat as he's in Brooklyn. That would have been an unbelievable fit for Kobe Bryant.
The Warriors, yeah.
I wonder if they're regretting, like, oh, man, I wish we stayed at 41 and made the pick. Who knows if they would have went with Kobe Bryant. I'll say this, though. Maxime right now continues to fall. I can't let him go to the Celtics. Many will be unbearable if they get Maxime right now.
He already is as it is.
But it would be even more unbearable. Wizards, save me, please. You need a center. Save me.
Kings on the clock here at 42.
Whoa, what happened to Javon Small's head? Javon is gone.
Where are you, Javon?
Just because it's small doesn't mean it should be invisible.
Yeah, something's
it's
wrong
a
with
glitch.
It's a glitch.
Oh, it's the cell.
Is it the live stream graphic or is it the cell in where it's pulling from, Coop? What do we think?
I think it's the cell.
Oh, Sammy Graff.
Sammy
Graff. Sammy.
Cover 2.
Kings are on the clock. The pick is in. Sacramento traded up in the first round and grabbed Nick Clifford, a pick I really, really like. They took Devin Carter last season. Their team need is picking a direction. Are they trying to continue to build around Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan? Are we trying to go youth movement, trade Malik Monk? Are we keeping Sabonis? There's just a lot going on in Sacramento that I just don't know. So we'll see here. The pick is in, and I have been saved. We don't have to worry about Maxime right now going to the Boston Celtics because he is off the board to 42. The Sacramento Kings take the big man from Stanford, the 7-footer. I will argue, folks, that he is the most offensively talented center in this draft. He averaged 20 a night for the Cardinals in the ACC. Would have been the ACC Player of the Year if Cooper Flagg did not exist. Shot 34.7% from beyond the arc. Pretty good rebounder as well, folks. 9.4 offensive rebound percentage, 28% defensive rebounding. And I tell you what, he can shoot the three, man. Shot 35% over the past couple of seasons. Has a really high release point. A lot of people, including myself, give him a little comp to Brook Lopez. He is a very bad defender. He is a little bit frail as well, so he'll need to improve his play strength and his movements on the defensive end of the floor. But the offensive talent is there without a question. I don't know if I like the fit because they already have one big man that doesn't defend in Domantas Sabonis, but I guess you could run your offense pretty much the same when Sabonis takes a seat with right now doing a lot of nice things.
Who knows? Is Sabonis there long term? They tend to trade guys, so
so you never know. They could.
Maybe they'll pivot off of him. But yeah, the wait is over. A guy that could have snuck into round one, he goes in the kind of middle part of the second round. So certainly interesting on that front. But is it Boston here, or do we have one more than Boston?
No, Boston's not up for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
They were like 4 picks away, but I just kept on getting nervous because I just did not want to see that happen. I'm going to say thank you, Sacramento Kings, for keeping Maxime right now away from the Celtics.
Hit that like button. Every 100 likes, we're playing the Bean Boozled game. So hit the like button. We're at 554. I know we got 46 more likes in us. I know we got 46 more likes in us. We're back.
There we go. We figured out the issue.
Who's
And
back of the
how about we got Kobe Sanders rolling in the building here? There's only one player still on the board that I have graded as a first-round player. It's Tyrese Proctor. I had a fringe first-round, second-round grade on him.
What do you think the holdback is for him with teams?
Mental makeup. I mean, he had a couple bad mistakes down the stretch in big games. He is soft, quote-unquote, from Jeffrey Cooperstein.
He's the Coopette for a reason.
But
I like Tyrese.
But the talent is there. The size is there. We'll see what team ultimately makes
You think he's more of a combo as a true point guard, right?
Correct. I do not view him as a point guard, even though he came from Australia to Duke as a 5-star recruit. As a point guard, didn't really work out for him. And then in his final year, John Shire was like, hey, Tyrese, we're going to move you to an off-ball role and let some other players take the ball handling responsibility. And it worked out for him. Had the best season of his collegiate career. Shot 40% from 3. So I'll tell you what, I wouldn't hate this pick if I was Washington. Well, can we get a quick big? Do we have to only big board coat? Because they haven't taken a big man. They've taken Trey Johnson, Will Riley. I think they're best suited if they move Alex Sarr to the 4. I'll be honest, though, at this point in the draft, I don't see any of these big men being plug-and-play starters, so I think they've missed their window. Maybe they go after one in free agency or on the trade market, but I don't think they're finding a starting big to plug next to Sarr with any of these guys.
Look, Vlad Golden, he's just not mobile enough. I guess with Sarr being super mobile, you could play them next to each other, but he's not ready to play right now.
No, I would
None
not
of these
trust
guys
Vlad
are.
Golden right away. Amari Williams intrigues me just because of how good he is on the glass and defensively. But once again, I just don't think you could say he's a starter day one. I'm higher on Amari Williams than consensus. A lot of people have him in the late 50s or even as an undrafted player. I think he's a very worthy early second-round pick.
Talk me through Rocco Zakorski, if you could.
Rocco Zakarski, another Australian here. So we just talked about Proctor. He is a massive, massive human being. 7'3", without shoes. Doesn't have the biggest wingspan, but how about this? 9'6.5" standing reach.
Jesus.
Didn't get a lot of run for Brisbane in the NBL, only 11.8 minutes per game, but had a ridiculous 5% block percentage. Top 10 in the NBL, 1.9 blocks per 36 minutes. Solid athlete, in having a 31.5-inch max vertical for a guy of his size is really, really impressive. So he could be a really good lob threat, putback guy on the offensive glass. He's very young, 18.9 years of age. He was viewed as someone who could be a top 10 pick a couple years ago when he was rising up the international circuit. Did not just put together the best couple of years in the international programs, and it's why it's a second round prospect. And he turned the ball over a lot too. 11 turnovers this past year to 6 assists. You do not want the ball in his hands unless he is putting it through the rim on an alley-oop.
I'll tell you what, Michael Scotto's having a night as Jameer Watkins is the selection for the Washington Wizards. Who?
Come on, guys. Jameer Watkins, wing from Florida State. Really good athlete here. 6'5", without shoes.
Same hometown as
6'11"
Reed.
And a quarter wingspan. He did it all for the Florida State Seminoles last year. 18.5 points a game. Non-efficient scorer at all. Spent 2 seasons at VCU before transferring to Florida State. Does most of his work from 14 feet and in. Is a slasher, 85th percentile in mid-range jumpers made. 36% of his shots came at the rim. Want to see that a tick up because of his athleticism and size. Did shoot 58% when he was in that rim restricted area. Good rebounder as well, 5.5 boards a night. And I think he's going to find a role at the next level due to his ability to be disruptive on the defensive end of the floor. I think he can guard 1 through 3. I can maybe push the argument he could guard a little bit of a 4 there. Super high usage rate for the Seminoles, but was not efficient. Terrible player off of the dribble. 19th percentile on catch and shoot off the dribble, or off the dribble jumpers there. And then he, by the way, shot 45% on the layups. So I'd like to see him get to the rim more with his size, but when he didn't do a very good job of it. So, but he is a really good defender, and I do like that coming off the bench for Washington.
That brings us to the 44th team. Who do we got next year, Cooper? That would be
Thunder again.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending champs. They made the Sorber pick last night. They traded out of their second first-round pick. Now they're back on the clock here at 44. Any thoughts on a direction here?
OKC, they took Sorber. The thing is, their rosters are so stacked, I don't think they need anyone. If I was OKC, I would probably just take a draft and stash guy.
It's like a project.
So maybe I would look for someone that can develop in their system, like Dink Pat or Pate, Ethan Almansa from Spain. Maybe you mentioned Rocco Zakarski. Just have him develop in their G League system and potentially be an impact backup center in a couple of years when Isaiah Hartenstein's not under contract anymore. So if I'm OKC, I'm probably taking a swing here with an international guy. You could look at Markovic, the Serbian forward, as another option here. I think if I was OKC, I'm taking a swing, draft and stash in the G League or overseas here for OKC.
Well, if you want to take a swing at a jersey, they're available. They're already starting to print some rookie jerseys. For guys who have chosen numbers, Cooper Flag, 32s, those are out there. Chatsports.com/NBA jersey. Not everybody has picked their number yet, so keep that in mind. But you can get in on the pre-order action for Edgecombe and Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, so on and so forth. And once those numbers are finalized, they will print those and ship them out to you. But you can order them right now, chatsports.com/NBA jersey. We said it earlier, Rolly. I got to say, that jazz jersey there, that's a good one. You got the Hornets pinstripes as well, so you got some different options. Chatsports.com/NBA jersey. Link is in the live chat. Click and shop today.
Shout out to my guy Wasim Khan's in the building. How about
Wasim. Shout out to Wasim Khan.
He's over in the Heat Report, as he always is a supporter of the Rolly Harrison program, so we always appreciate that. Christian said $5 super chat. We both agree to do a Bean Boozled. Would you do it?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
If we get 12 more likes, we'll get that done as well, because we would owe you one for that anyway. So
okay, Christian, $5 super chat.
You get a raffle ticket too.
You get a raffle ticket for a hat, and then we will also do a Bean Boozled for each of us.
Why not?
Christian, that is on the table, my friend. That is on the table. We'll see if you get that.
By
the way, Coop,
why wouldn't I want to gag
Coop,
again?
I don't think we ever got a $5 super chat on the Heat. The most recent 5, I think that was sent in, I don't think ever got put on the show. Maybe I'm lying. I think I might be lying.
I don't have that stream pulled up.
Yeah.
So who was it?
I don't remember. It's gone now.
We'll find out.
Wow. Kind of a stunner here for OKC.
In a good or bad way?
In a way that I don't have draft notes on him because I didn't have top 60.
Well, you said take a swing.
But he's not an international guy. He's actually a little bit of a shooter from Northwestern. Brooks Barnhizer to the Thunder.
Okay.
Little wing from Northwestern here.
I'll pull up some numbers. I'll pull up some numbers for you.
Yeah, he rose up boards late in the process. I only put down notes for my top 60 guy, and then I even expanded my big board to my top 75, Harrison. And Brooks Barnhizer did not make my top 75. So a reach here, if you're asking me. Played
4-year player, 6'6", 215, 17 points, almost 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 27% from 3. I do not love that.
I thought
the year before he was 35% on 4 attempts per game. So maybe he just had a bad year. I don't know, but
no. So I think I might have just lied.
But career 78% free throw shooter, so maybe just one of those weird years where he took a lot of bad threes, who knows, but
6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan like that. Jonathan Gavoni said that it's already being announced that Barnhizer will be on a 2-way contract.
Okay.
Which doesn't surprise me. It's not like the Thunder have a lot of open prospects right now.
This is almost like when a NFL team will take a guy that would have been a UDFA, but they take him in the 7th round because they really liked him for whatever reason.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that.
They they probably just think there's some developmental potential here.
You see it there. He's not ranked for me, man. He works hard.
Look at that stash, man.
It's something.
It's
It's something.
It's a tough look. But there you go, Mr. Barnheiser.
Which now brings.
I'll say this: if anyone else drafts him, you're like, "What the hell?" OKC drafts him; he'll be a role player in 3 years. Sam Presti back at it again. All right. Well, that brings us to who did the Lakers trade with earlier?
They traded with the T-Wolves.
So the T-Wolves here, back on the clock. They've traded down a couple of times here from 31 to 36 to 45. So we'll see what they do here. Tyrese Proctor still out there.
I'm a little shocked. Miami just simply probably isn't in the business of trading up to go get a guy, unfortunately. But my Heat fans out there, man, I would do a lot for Miami to trade up and go grab. We are exactly halfway through the second round here. So hour and a half in, halfway through. It's projecting for a 3-hour second round. But we also started 15 minutes later than expected to.
So really, hour
Come at me
15.
with that, I'll come back at
It'll
you.
probably be about 2.5 total.
You've got an answer for everything.
Can't catch me slipping.
Oh, look who decided to show back up to work.
Well, he's
Sam Brown with a coffee.
he's getting coffee one shot at a time.
Didn't want to give me a coffee, I see.
Yeah, or me.
You know, I actually would. Thank you, Sam. Team player.
You can go back and get a shot of coffee too. It's okay.
I was more or less joking, but then I really came to it, and my eyes are a little heavy.
The graphics are shitting themselves, and you're just over here getting coffee. That's not true. Oh, twice?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
It's round 2.
Yeah, this brings the Timberwolves up to play. Timberwolves up here. Can we go big board here, Cooperstein? We're also 2 lakes away from being boozled, and Christian.
Oh, did that guy send in a 5?
No, I didn't see the 5 from Christian.
Oh my God.
What the hell? I like Kobe Sanders here for them. I would actually take him over Tyrese Proctor, the lengthy guard from Nevada. I mentioned that they need a big man, Sanders, or a point guard of the future potentially. I'm not going to say Sanders would be that, but Kobe Sanders is 6'7" without shoes, a pure distributor, a 2.4 assist to turnover ratio, 13% turnover rate, so he doesn't turn it over, gets to the free throw line, 45% rate there, shot 51% in the pick and roll, 91st percentile, really good ball handler in that play style. I think Kobe Sanders would be a good pick here for Minnesota.
All right, we'll see if that ends up being the case. Is there a guy available that you're like, okay, this guy could help replace Nick Alexander-Walker? Like, who is that player?
Well, then if you're looking for that guy, then we are taking Proctor here.
Wow.
That would be the pick if you're trying to replace
That's probably the direction I'd go.
Because NAW, what does he do? He plays off-ball, secondary ball handler, defensive guy. And
they're taking
shooter.
my new best friend, Rocco Zakarsky.
The Australian behemoth of a man, Rocco Zakarsky.
They got some size.
That's 2 picks by the Timberwolves where they take high upside, low floor, like project centers, Johan Berenger and Rocco Zakarsky.
If one hits, you're good to go.
Listen, I gave a pretty nice breakdown of Zakarsky earlier. This is your guy, Harrison, so how do you feel about it?
Listen, he's got a little Lauri Markkanen look to him in that beautiful photo we've got of him. I'm sure Sam did some deep digging on that one. But I'll tell you what, the Timberwolves have, I don't know, the tallest trio of centers in the league now with this kid, Gobert, and Berenger.
Sorry, Luka Garza. Your time as the backup big man that doesn't play at the end of the bench is numbered.
Time to learn Chinese for Mr. Garza.
He might be playing in the NBL next year. Him and Zakarsky just might swap teams.
He would low-key eat overseas.
I mean, he's a talented big. Yeah, he can play ball.
What is going on? How is this a red?
It always does that for $1 super stickers.
Oh, okay. All right. Why are you angry, Spoonville?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted his Maybe you want Zakarsky to fall. We got 600 likes, so it is you, by the way, on this. We said we would both take a Bean Boozled if Christian sent a $5 super chat.
Christian,
in,
I got to say, that was...
Christian with an unbelievable bait here.
Yeah, bait and switch. No switch, though. Oh, boy. What are we working with
Which flavor
here?
we got here?
It looks like the same one I got last time, so I'm not really happy about this.
Ooh.
It's either wet dog or top banana.
Wet dog isn't bad, actually. I got that yesterday. I wouldn't want it, but it's not something that is going to make you throw up.
I think this is what was the one I had earlier that was awful? Booger?
Yeah, I think you got
okay.
the booger.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, it's horrendous.
Which
Oh,
one?
God.
Which one was that? The booger?
Wet dog.
You thought it was that bad? You had to spit it out?
It's awful.
I finished through contact.
No, he didn't. That was just me.
I finished
With
through
contact?
Without contact, with contact, I always finish.
Whatever you need.
Whatever you need, hit my line.
You guys are awesome, man.
The
We are
Celtics
something
are on the
else.
clock here at pick 46. Coop, I would hate
God,
to
that
see one of my
lingers.
favorite players and Tyrese Proctor go to Boston.
It's a great pick for them.
But Smitty hates him, so would he do? What gymnastics would he play?
Oh, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
Smitty would come.
Doesn't matter because they're taking Amari Williams.
Well, oh.
Is that a doom? Is that a
Rolly's
doom?
heart.
No! That hurts!
I'm pulling up Smitty right now.
Oh, man! Amari Williams off the board. That one hurts because I do love Amari Williams.
3? Do you love the pick, though?
All right, here's a Smitty audio.
We're getting a
46th
live.
pick in the second round.
Let's see what
the
Smitty's-
Boston Celtics have selected Amari Williams, the big man out
Amari!
of Kentucky. Look, the Celtics.
All right, so nothing from Smitty. 7 feet
Cullen
tall.
running the ship over there?
That's
All
disappointing.
right, ready for this, though? I do like
That
Amari
reaction
Williams.
from
Let's
Smitty
break
is
down
good.
Amari because this is a good pick. 7 feet, 7'5" wingspan, averaged 11 points and 8.4 boards for Kentucky last season. He's actually originally from the United Kingdom, fun fact. 4 years at Drexel
It's a fact.
before transferring to play at Kentucky for Mark Pope. 3-time CAA Defensive Player of the Year, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Incredible size, NBA-ready build with his height, wingspan, weight ratio. Rim protection is a specialty, but he has the athleticism to defend the perimeter as well. He ranked in the 80th percentile as the roll man in the pick and roll. Shot 58.5% within 5 feet of the basket. He's a ridiculous force on the glass. 29.7 defensive rebound percentage, 10.3 offensive rebound percentage. In the SEC, you're giving me those two numbers. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Just means
He's
more.
also a pretty good passer. 21% assist rate, is an excellent decision maker when he gets the ball in post-up situations, but also in the short roll after setting that screen. The only knocks I have on Amari Williams is that he has no ability to shoot outside of 5 feet, 62% free throw shooter, 25% from beyond the arc, and he's 23 years of age, so a little bit older. I have an early second-round pick grade on him, and I compare him to another lefty, Isaiah Hartenstein. Aggressive, athletic, big man, similar size profile as well. Unfortunately for me, an absolute fantastic pick from the Boston Celtics with Amari Williams.
Another cup of coffee from Sammy Brown.
Shout out your favorite team.
Yeah, we'll play this game. Shout out your favorite team. 20 seconds or so. First one I see, we'll talk about them.
So you didn't get
Do you
me
think
a cup
Amari
of coffee.
Williams can help him this
So
year?
you didn't get me a cup.
I mean, he could be their backup bigs. I'm not going
No.
to say like he could be a starter, but he could certainly get a center rotation. There's no doubt about that.
Why not?
Shout out your favorite team.
Let us know.
All right, 10 more seconds.
I tweeted out
By
on
the
June
way,
14th, someone is going to get a stud in Amari Williams during the second round, and I just quote tweeted, of course, it's the effing Celtics.
Both dozen trivia games went to OT, I think. Minahan meltdown, apparently.
Oh, man, that's such a good pick, dude.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 5, 4,
Harrison, take the wheel.
3, 2, 1.
Whatever team is closest. Oh, the Cavaliers. Tie man.
Hi, man, my guy.
All right.
Hi, man.
They're coming up soon. 3 picks away. 2 picks away.
Interesting. I actually didn't know they had a second-round pick.
They do, indeed. What are you looking at with the Cavs here, but also just in the offseason?
Well, obviously they had the best record in the Eastern Conference and then just got absolutely shit on by the Pacers in the second round.
Correct.
Had some
Lost
injuries.
Lost in 5 games. It really wasn't a competitive one. Yeah, they did blow a big lead in one game, but still bad. When I think about them, Ty Jerome's a free agent. Shout out to Spoonville, by the way. Could they let him walk? Is he going to command too much money, and now they need to fill a backup guard role? If that's the case, I really like Javon Small from West Virginia for them potentially. I think my number 1 pure point guard on the board. Sam Merrill is a free agent as well, so if they want a shooter off the bench, Tyrese Proctor is there, my best player overall available. They've got options here if you're talking about the draft, but it's hard to look at them and say they need something ridiculous because they have such a well-rounded roster. They just need to stay healthy, and they need to finally put it together. You could also argue they need a backup big because Tristan Thompson was their backup center last year. That can't happen, so maybe they go big man.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. So that'll bring us to
the Bucks, and they go with my guy Markovic from Serbia.
Say the first name.
No chance.
Bogoljub.
Is that
it's
how
actually
you
not
say it?
that.
Has to be.
Bogoljub.
Bogoljub.
All right, let's talk about Markovic, someone that I had a little bit lower on my board. I had him in the 50s, so goes here at 47. Tall player, man, 6'10 and a half. 6'11 and a half wingspan, so not there. He played for KK Megabasket in Serbia this past season. Some recent Megabasket players, Nikola Topic, Nikola Jovic, Nikola Durasic.
It's NBA champion Nikola Topic.
Nikola?
NBA champion Nikola
Topic. Over
Topic.
here. He's got the size of a center, but he's likely a stretch 4 in the NBA. He could even run a little ball handle in action. He could play make a little bit, 2.6 assists per game. I could see him running a big pick and roll as the handler. Shot 38.1% from 3 over the final 2 seasons. 85th percentile in spot-up situations. Leverages his shot ability from beyond the arc to drive to the rim very well. He's kind of clunky, though, the way he moves on the court. I don't like the way. He's not fluid whatsoever. He's a weird athlete to me. Very narrow frame, shoulder down. So
he looks like he looks like Pokashevsky.
Fun fact: comp.
Alexei
Pokashevsky.
Pokashevsky.
Why even watch clips on these guys when the big cam tells the story?
20 years of age. He looks exactly like a former Serbian that didn't pan out in the mid-first round, picked by the OKC Thunder.
Does he get a ring?
That was a joke, by the way. Rolly's putting in a lot of work for this analysis, but he literally just looks built like the guy.
I mean, yeah, like it really is. It's not lazy because it's unfortunate that they do have
lean
some
and
of the
clunky.
similar kind of knocks on him. That's why he's a second-round pick. A lot of people were high on him. I'm not. Some people thought he could have been a late first-round pick. I did not, though. I had him as my 52nd overall player.
The picks keep rolling in. Javon Small.
To the Cavs? I called that.
No, to the Grizzlies.
Oh, 1 pick short.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
1 pick short, and now we're 11 picks away from this draft being concluded.
Tell you what, someone made the call. We've caught some momentum here.
So the Grizzlies with the 48th pick go with Javon Small, the point guard from West Virginia. We talked a little bit about him earlier.
Oh, rocking the green suit. That's a good look.
But this is a player I like. Spent 2 years at East Carolina, 1 year at Oak State before transferring to West Virginia. 40.5-inch max vertical. He moves off the ball well despite having a really high usage rate. For the Mountaineers, had a 28% usage rate. Also had a 25% assist rate. 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Is also someone who I think will project as a really good point-of-attack defender. 1.5 steals per game, 2.6% steal rate. This is a player that will come off the bench and contribute right away for Memphis. They started Scottie Pippen Jr. late down the year for Ja, alongside Ja, with a lot of injuries. You wonder if they continue that build. But Javon Small could really be someone we look back at 3 years from now. Like, how did he go that late with watching him in college? Because he just looks like a guy that will contribute in the NBA.
Yeah, I like this pick. for sure for Memphis as they're able to get Small here. And there he goes. The slide ends. The Cavs get Tyrese Proctor.
On a multi-year deal, this will be a standard contract for Proctor in Cleveland. You know what that tells me?
Did his agent say, I want to go there?
There might have been a little bit of nonsense going on. When you hear that it's a confirmed
Nefarious.
multi-year deal this late in the second round, that usually means they might have been scaring off other teams, saying, yeah, we don't want to go here. We want to go to Cleveland. And Proctor's the pick, a player that I had as my 27th overall player, a guy that I had a first-round grade on. I compared him to Aaron Nesmith, the way he could play. And you know what this tells me? This tells me that the Cavaliers are expecting to lose Sam Merrill and or Ty Jerome in NBA free agency, and they view Proctor as someone who could come off the bench and be a shooter for them. Was a 5-star recruit out of Australia before going to Duke, 6'4" and a quarter without shoes, 6'7" wingspan, good vertical, 36.5-inch vertical. Didn't shoot well this past year, 49.3% on layups. I'm talking in the restricted area there. And he's not the best free throw shooter, 68%, but knockdown shooter with a sharp release, 52.9% on pull-up twos, 37.2% on catch and shoot threes, and 40.5% on off the dribble threes. So he's really good at pump faking, one dribble relocate, and knocking down that shot. He can also play make in the half court, not as a handler, but just keeping the ball moving in a half court set. This is a player that will come in off the bench and I think make an immediate impact, replacing either Sam Merrill or Ty Jerome on that Cavaliers bench.
All right, now that we are at pick 50, the New York Knicks are on the clock. Once Coop changes it.
We're at under 10 picks to go, folks. Every super chat
10.
gets you double the entries.
So yeah, $5 super chat now gets you 2 entries. $10 super chat and now gets you 6 entries. $20 super chat now gets you 12 entries to win an NBA draft hat of your choice. So fire away.
Yeah, limited opportunities here right now, man.
Here we go. Here we go.
See what the Knicks do. I know that our guy Marshall Green really wants Kobe Sanders, the guard from Nevada. I got to be honest, because I am a hating person in my own heart, and I don't want to see my friend succeed, I would be very much happy if Kobe Sanders did not go to the Knicks here.
You are a
Do you like
hater.
Do you like the fit?
It would be an awesome pick.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Because they need backup guards to handle. Like, Campaign was not it.
No.
DeLon Wright did not work for them. And Deuce McBride's more of an off-ball guard at this point. So Kobe Sanders, someone who's got a lot of size, can play with Jalen Brunson at times, can be that lead handler off the bench for them potentially. I mean, it would just be a great pick. I know that's who Marshall wants, so I hope it doesn't happen.
I wonder how they view Tyler Kolek moving forward.
That's true. Their second-round pick from a year ago. I actually, self-admittedly, did forget that he was on that roster developing last season.
Well, he didn't do much last year, so.
I got to be honest. I would like to go back to my notes on Kolek to see which one I think would be a better suitor to be that backup handler. Ooh, I just see him pop up on the broadcast.
forgot they drafted Kevin McCullough. Was he in the G League last year?
I think so. A player that is interesting a little bit to me as well, Hunter Solis, the guard from Wake Forest. That's another interesting player I'd be fascinated with here. He was the lead guard for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons last year.
All right.
This is going to be a fascinating pick. I think they'll go guard. They've got a lot to choose from, to be honest. They do.
We'll see what they do. Got the Knicks here, Clippers, then the Warriors, Jazz.
Oh, my God. The Mets won 4-0. Back-to-back.
That's the first time they gone back-to-back in
like
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, since we swept the
I'm sure Frank is happy.
Listen, I'm happy. I needed that.
It's objectively been a really bad stretch.
Oh, it's been horrible. We got swept by the Rays, swept by the Braves, and then lost 2 or 3 to the Phillies. And then luckily we were finally stopping the streak of losing.
Strohs beat the Phillies for you.
Oh, that's nice. Tonight?
2-1.
Tonight?
Yep.
Take that. 4-0 win.
Astros are scorching hot.
And that's Talking Baseball with Chat Sports.
Yeah.
No one cares. All right. Yeah.
That is not true. We do not post
We have a channel. 90 seconds to go, and the pick is still not in yet. The pick is not in yet. I would have loved to see the Heat trade up to get Proctor. Coop, who are my best available just straight up? I know Kobe Sanders is, I think, the best one. Let's see here. I actually forget. I lose track. Sorry. It is Kobe Sanders. Kobe Sanders is my number one guy available. It's also the Jay Billis number one. Me and Billis. Nice to you,
Billis
man.
knows ball.
RJ Lewis would be a fun pick. I could see them going Vlad Golden, to be honest. I actually could. Mitchell Robinson's got future question marks there. They don't really have a third big. Precious Achiuwa was a disaster for them this past season. We know Mitchell Robinson gets hurt a lot.
Ooh, I like Tanjay, by the way.
Oh, my God. Spike Lee really is in the draft. This guy's ridiculous, dude. This guy is absolutely
He's everywhere.
Ridiculous.
He has a problem.
What? Rough for his team.
Overly.
I also wouldn't hate if they went with a Tanji, like you mentioned here, Harrison, because they could use a 3-and-D wing off the bench.
He's a bucket.
Could.
He's a bucket. Will Spike Lee see his Knicks win a title before he croaks?
I hope not. Yeah.
If the Knicks ever win a title, I don't know if I can talk to Marshall Green the next 3
Oh,
weeks.
I think I'll quit the company. I will quit the company before I let the Knicks win a championship. Oh, the pick is traded.
Oh my God, Marshall's gonna destroy.
He's in shambles,
The
baby.
pick is traded. The Los Angeles
And they took
Clippers.
Kobe
I know, that's why. The
Sanders.
Clippers move up one spot from 51 to 50.
I'm pulling up
to
Knicks
take
now,
Kobe
right now.
Sanders, the guard from Nevada. I love it.
Do y'all want a live audio reaction?
I would
here?
love a live audio reaction to him
All
finding
right.
this out.
Oh, Nelly.
Let's hear what Marshall has
I'll
to say.
get it lined up to where I'm sure he's already done
But
it.
as I just talked about with Sanders, 6'7" without shoes, 6'8" and a quarter wingspan, 16 points per game. He's a great positional size. Here it is.
He doesn't know yet.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, he doesn't know yet? All right, we're doing a live look-in on Marsh.
Pick 50 of the 2025 NBA Draft. Will Leon Rose do what is best? Oh, my God. And here we go. Is he going to go there before here? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, he's
hope
going to
he
think
sees
it's
it on
Kobe
the TV.
Sanders, and he's not going to know about the trade.
They traded the pick.
Oh!
They traded the pick.
Oh, hold on.
And it is Kobe Sanders. Oh, that's a doom.
That's a doom.
What'd he say?
He said, oh, that's a doom.
Well, they're on the clock now at 51.
To trade him.
That's insane. I love it. Kobe Sanders!
I wish he would have just seen the telecast.
I
That would have been
know.
unbelievable.
Because he would have went nuts. And then
That's
it
where
would've been a
Alper's got to
disaster.
know. Alper's
Now,
got.
you do have to inform him.
Alper's got to know how to make that play.
Yeah, but he's got to know that it's not the pick for the broadcast. Either way, Kobe Sanders spent 4 years at Cal Poly before going to Nevada. Mentioned it, great positional size. He is a true point guard at that size. 6'8" and a quarter wingspan, runs the pick and roll at a really efficient level, ranked in the 91st percentile as a pick and roll ball handler, and shot 51% in that play type. He does not turn the ball over. 13% turnover rate and a 2.4 assist to turnover ratio. One thing I love, he's a mid-range god. 98th percentile in non-paint twos made, and he gets to the free throw line at 45.5% of the time. He is not a consistent three-point shooter at this time, and that is the one knock on him. I compared him to Sean Livingston. The way he's able to get to the mid-range, his size profile, it's a lengthy guard that can handle it and get to his spot from 15 feet and in.
What are y'all chuckling about? Oh.
This, my friends, is a pick I love.
Marshall tweeted the Knicks drafted my guy and traded him. I'm in shambles. Yes.
I couldn't be happier.
How many loves are we at?
3.
3?
Just Kalkbrenner, Rasheer Fleming, and this one.
Proctor.
Proctor was auto.
I didn't say I loved it on the broadcast.
You did not. This is
roll
true.
back the type.
But you did say it was auto.
Change my my mind.
We call that a
So
half.
the under's going to get hammered.
Oh, without a question. We're only at 3.5. I doubt we're gonna get. 6.
How do you did you say you love this one?
Yes, that's the
Because well, half of that's just that the Knicks traded him, right?
Well, I do love the fit in LA.
That
for
almost
Kobe
should be a
Sanders
double love.
Because listen, The Clippers did not like playing Chris Dunn down the stretch of the season in late games, and they needed a true guard to back James Harden up there. You tell me Kobe Sanders get to learn here? What a fun time. And by the way, in that trade, the Clippers are trading pick 51 and the draft rights to Luka Mitrovic in order to get to 50.
Tough.
Don't know either.
What position is
The Knicks got Luka.
There you go. There you go. That's good stuff right there, man.
Who has that tweet?
Fisher.
Flip flop fish. Unbelievable.
They finally got their man. They finally got
I
their
quote
man.
tweeted Fish. I said Luka joins Jalen Brunson in New York.
Finally.
All right, who do we got here? The Knicks again, since they traded. Who are they gonna pick? Hit that like. Hit that like button. Coop and Jack are telling me to. They don't think you guys can read, so go ahead and hit that like button. They don't think you guys can read, so hit that like button.
We're 70 likes away from getting to.
We're 70 likes away from Jack and Coop having to each have 5
You know,
Bean
no,
Boozleds.
you know what we're doing? The next Bean Boozled, we're making Jack do it.
Fair enough.
We're making Jack doing the next Bean Boozled. Let's get to 700 likes. Oh, whoa! Feel like Bill Simmons. Whoa! A pick from New York, Mohamed Diarra.
Can Marshall get to 8?
No
because
chance.
I don't have notes on him.
There is a scouting report on him, I believe.
Oh,
I know
man.
who he is, but I do not have notes on him.
Those draft rights, by the way, were from 2015.
Oh my! What is he? 29 now?
Yeah.
I think that whole video is just going to be them not taking what's his name.
The first player to be drafted that is not on Nic Rohloff.
That's not true.
The OKC guy.
OKC, Ben Zinger.
Barnheiser?
Yeah, Barnheiser.
Ben Zinger.
I couldn't remember his name.
Same shit.
I couldn't remember his name.
That's
We're
electric.
in the bottom 15. Let's get it done, Silver.
Bottom 15, bottom 8.
The France forward, Mohamed Diarra.
Sam, what's this hometown?
Cholet.
No.
What?
Wait, where?
It's Poitiers.
Oh, that's Poitiers.
Poitiers.
Poitiers. With a,
Where'd the sh come from?
I can't speak other
that's good
language.
We're
stuff.
delirious.
9 p.m. yet.
It's not 9 p.m., but we got only about 7
This is
picks
pick
left. in the
255.
draft.
9 p.m.
of
in
the
round
draft.
2 of the draft might as well be 1 a.m.
I will say there are some interesting players available that I can't wait to talk about because I let's talk about those guys instead of this guy.
Well, the Warriors just made a pick, so we can talk
Ooh,
about
Alex
that.
Toohey,
Alex Toohey.
an Australian.
Big fan of his work.
I had him at 59 on my board, so barely top 60.
You want to start getting those grades in?
Oh boy, yeah,
We could sign off and do grades after live.
yeah. We'll see what's up there. The Warriors are taking Alex Toohey from Australia. Played for the Sydney Kings last season. 6'7"
That was a
and
quick
3
trigger by
quarters.
Golden State.
He's a smooth shooter, man. He displays all the tools that can kind of lay him into being a good defender or a good shooter. He attacks closeouts really, really well. He is someone who goes after the front foot of his opponent defensively. Now, he is a subpar athlete, in my opinion, and he is not that good of a playmaker. And with that good size he possesses, is not that good of a rebounder. I comped him to a less athletic TJ Leaf, who is in and out of the league very,
that's
very
a doom.
quickly.
He had some issues, if you will.
He also sucked.
Yeah, he uses
Did
a
you
bad
get
player.
Did you just get another cup of coffee?
No, I've just been holding this around like a professor.
You're like what's his name on Trailer Park Boys, except instead of whiskey, it's coffee.
Oh, there could be whiskey.
Hey, Sam, do you want to copy and paste the new... Sam, do you want to move, copy and paste the grades from night 1 to the night 2, or the full copy, and then I'll just go in and change them right now? Because not many of them are going to be changed. So, Appreciate that. Yeah, but Tui's the pick here at 52. Coop, can we go to the best available?
I would love to, but we do have another pick, so we'll
Yeah,
do
we
that.
just could just do a L3 or something. I want to talk about, okay, John Tonji's the pick at 53, the wing from Wisconsin. He goes to Utah. But there are some interesting players here as we get closer and closer to the draft concluding that will be available on the undrafted free agent market. RJ Lewis is interesting. Vlad Golden is very fascinating. Eric Dixon, a Walmart Julius Randle, if you will. Hunter Solis, the guard from Wake Forest. Who's on the next page of the leaderboard here? All these players, I think, could be draftable.
Dink Pate.
Ethan Almanza.
Who's on the next page of the leaderboard?
Dink Pate. Ryan Nemhart.
Mark Sears.
I'm a little shocked Nemhart hasn't been drafted
And
yet.
my guy, Grant Nelson.
Your guy, tell us about your guy, Coop, since you want to claim him.
Grant Nelson, he can put the ball on the floor as a big. He's more of a 4 at about 6'9", 6'10". He can shoot a little bit as well. Originally from North Dakota State, went to Alabama. Played 2 years, I believe, for Alabama over with Nate Oates. There was rumors that he was going to be a second-round pick a couple of years ago, but ended up staying in college basketball, going to Alabama. A versatile big man who can kind of do it all on offense. I'd be in as a UDFA Flyer.
Okay.
Where's my guy Tonji at?
He just got
He's
drafted
got
to
drafted,
Utah.
Graham.
Oh. Did I miss that?
Yeah, hold on, give me a second here. Caleb
Oh,
Love
he
is-
literally just went. Okay.
Yeah, he was the
I
last.
thought you were, I don't know why, I thought you were talking about Tui still.
Okay.
I like Tonji. He's a
Tanji's the
bucket.
pick. You talk about Tanji. I'm going to fill out some grades.
Yeah, Tonji, 6-year guy, played at Colorado State for 4 years, goes to Mizzou. Did he get hurt at Mizzou? Why did he only play 8 games there? Not really sure on that one, but ends up at Wisconsin and was an All-American. He was fantastic, 20 points per game last year, lit it up. Rolly, I was just asking out loud to myself, maybe you know this, did he get hurt at Missouri? Or did
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Okay.
did. I'll pull up my notes here on Tanji.
So that bought him an extra year because
Yeah.
he played 6 years of college basketball.
4 years at Colorado State, 1 at Missouri, and then 1 at Wisconsin. He did get hurt, which cost him a year. That was the year before he transferred to Wisconsin. He moves off the ball well, shoots a ton of threes. Half of his shot attempts came from beyond the arc, 49.9% three-point rate. But he also got to the free throw line a ton, 58% free throw rate. So
91% shooter
to
from the
shoot
line.
50% of your shots from 3, but also then get to the free throw line 58% of your shot attempts.
That'll play.
That is quite impressive, and I'm actually a little bit shocked he made it to this point. Maybe it's the age, 24 years old, the injury history, but that new age style of like your shot diet is something that a lot of teams would probably really like.
Yeah, get to the rim, shoot the 3, get to the line. Can do that. One of the best players in the country last year. So, few picks to go. I think we got 5, 6 left as the Indiana Pacers are on the clock. Who's best player available? Yes, that is correct.
We have 6 more picks, Cooperstein. You're good at math, man.
It
What
is
can
6.
I say? All right, so we got to hear. Like, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I need another tab of picks.
Gotta figure out what?
I need to figure out who was picked in the second round.
I can see the ESPN draft. Well, no, you don't want that.
Yeah, that's gonna be issues. It's gonna be wrong.
Do you want Sam to start filling them in?
Hold on, I think I got it here.
All right, best available player. Who is it? Galaxy says Dink Pate should be gone.
Yeah, former 5-star, by the way, Dink Pate.
Dink. Let's go. Dink Pate did? Yeah. Oh, really?
I don't think the Atlanta Hawks made a pick today, right? No, Hawks didn't make a pick today.
Not sure.
The Celtics took Amari, so I'm going to go. Okay.
Final-ish call on the raffle, by the way. You're getting double right now. Usually you just get 1 entry for $5. Now it's 2. I don't know if you guys want to read only that piece. You get 3 tickets for $10, 12 tickets for $20. We'll do our raffle at the end of the stream. You get a NBA draft hat of your choice. All teams are available, multiple styles per hat. So get in on that action while you still can. 2 entries for $5. Also, if you're the top YouTube fan, which that is marble skies right now with 450. He is just sprinting away with this.
As he always does.
He's 100 XP up. He'll get 3 free raffle entries, but if someone catches him, they can get free tickets that way. It's going to take a Herculean effort to take marble skies down, I will tell you that. But we are going to be giving away another, or I should say raffling off another NBA draft hat tonight. All right, Indiana, the pick is in, and it is Talon Peter.
Moving on, folks.
Oh, not in our database?
No, he's in the database.
You know who you're talking to.
Sam Brown knows all, man. Sam Brown's like beat the truck.
Any notes, Rolly, or no?
Nope, it's none for me.
Well, he's 6'4", 210, and he's a sniper, it looks like, 45% from 3. So welcome to, dare I say, who's the guy for the Warriors that's got a bit of a strap, but he kind of stinks?
Pods?
Yes. That's he looks like Pods, and he shoots 45% from 3. That's a hairy comp right there.
Thanks, Coop.
Thanks for your contributions.
You guys love me.
Who's on the clock next?
Good.
Over the 50th pick, who cares?
Get a grip.
I can't wait till James Borrego's their coach. Although I low-key still think it'd be hilarious if it was Kidd. And Nico just...
Who'd the Knicks take again? Oh, that bull. I'm giving them a D.
Don't forget about the draft price.
Yeah, that's going to be a big needle mover. OKC Thunder, I'm giving an A-. Orlando will stay there. Philly, we'll take a B.
The Bulls are finally on the clock, Rolly.
The Suns, we're going to bump them up to an A-.
Cash
Has the Portland Trailblazers made a pick in the second round yet? I don't think they have.
No, they have
So
not.
they stick with that F because they're a terrible run organization. The Kings just... No, it's just, you take Hanson Yang in the first round, you're asking for it, my friend. The Kings, did they make a pick?
Yes, right now.
Oh, bump them up to an A. Spurs A+. Toronto bumped them down to a C. Who did Utah take in the second round?
Tanji.
And that's it. That was good enough to bounce it up to a C+ for me. And then the Wizards. Who did they take in the second round?
I don't know who the Wizards took. Who did they take, Coop? It was at like 36, I
Jameer
believe.
Watkins will
I thought they took someone else earlier.
go to C+. All right, those grades are pretty much filled in. I think it's going to be hard for
Did
them
they
to
not take
change.
that other Duke player? Or am I mixed? Or was
No,
that
that was
Brooklyn?
Charlotte.
Was that Brooklyn?
That was Charlotte.
Okay. I get all those scrub teams mixed up. All right, the Bulls are about to make a
At
selection.
55. I doubt it changes. The only thing is if a team like the Rockets, I don't think they have a pick. But I do have to change a couple of picks here. We'll see what happens based on how this ends. 55 right now is the Chicago Bulls.
See what Seeps gets.
So I don't think the Heat are going to trade for a second-round pick tonight if you're watching over there. We'll go to UDFA. I tweet this out. My 2 UDFA guys for Miami, I would love to see RJ Lewis from St. John's, and I would love to see Ryan Nembhard find their way to Miami Heat uniforms.
All right.
Ryan Nembhard's a Heat guy.
He's very reminiscent
Feels like
of-
he'll get a two-way deal.
Yeah, he's very similar to Isaiah Stevens, but that we already have, who could be just brought back on a two-way deal. We'll see. But I would love to add RJ Lewis.
We'll see what Andy Ellisberg has cooked up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. But I'd love to go
I'm sure
Nembhard.
Pat's involved.
Wouldn't hate if we went Mark Sears either, to be fair. Wouldn't hate
Great.
that
I
one
love
bit.
Mark Sears.
Who am I? Tamar Bates from Missouri is fascinating. I wouldn't hate Grant Nelson either, Coop's guy. There's some good players still out there. Like Eric Dixon would be fun. Vlad Golden wouldn't be a bad addition to this developmental part of our roster.
God bless.
Kadari Richmond, Caleb Love, Max Shulga, Will Richard, Clifford Amore.
That's
Amore. Shout out Dickie V.
The Bulls. Come on, fellas.
So we're going to be finishing actually kind of where I thought, to be honest. I projected.
We were thinking an hour 45.
I projected
We're right at just under 2 right now.
We'll finish at 9:30.
Oh, we're about. Yeah.
I think, no, it'll be sooner than 9:30.
Well, I projected that
9:22.
when I was asked by
two-
someone
2:15?
when do we think we'd be out of here tonight, I said 10:30. I think that is very much in play.
I don't think so.
If we're before 11, that's a win.
Very close.
Get a workout in tonight.
We'll see.
Lakers or whoever.
It's the Bulls on the clock. at
Bulls, and
55.
they're
Come on,
using.
Jackie.
The Bulls via
Reinsdorf is using every second he can.
I'll say this: at this point in the draft, you almost like don't want to get picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you'd rather be an undrafted free agent and pick your destination. So some of these top prospects, like maybe like an RJ Lewis, like some of the guys available may actually try to say, hey, we don't want to get taken. We'll go to undrafted free agency. And then we'll pick our team.
Fine.
Let's go, Chicago. Let's go.
Let's go, Seeps.
yeah, for real. See,
RJ Davis has not been drafted yet, and I don't
Stinks.
think he's going to get drafted, folks.
He's very inefficient. He'll be a summer league legend, though.
Galici says, well, wouldn't you want to get drafted? Because why would you want a 10-day? It is not guaranteed that you get drafted, that you get a standard NBA contract. You can be taken right now and not be on a roster.
Yeah, he could flat out not
Like-
make a team.
Yeah, like there's no
You're hoping
guarantee
for a
because
two-way, honestly.
This isn't the NFL. Like you aren't drafted and you have a contract. It's
Well,
not the case.
Well, even in the NFL, like if you're a 7th round pick, you have a better chance of getting cut.
Yeah,
than-
but like those guys get like at least they sign a contract.
well, these guys sign.
Not really.
So they don't get paid like even through the summer? Like they literally are playing for free? That's insane. How does that work?
So
It's just free labor?
I would rather be a UDFA because most of these prioritized UDFAs get two ways right off the bat.
Yeah, the UDFAs will get 2 ways, and they can also get some guaranteed money as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost at this point better to be undrafted.
So
like this guy, Talon Peter, they're going to sign him to what's called like an Exhibit 9, I believe. So he'll play with them in the summer league.
this is probably not the best sidebar, but like when LiAngelo plays in the summer league, he plays for free? He's got to be getting some money to play.
It's an Exhibit 9 deal,
Yeah.
I believe
There's
it's
got to
called.
be some income though. Like you're not playing
Exhibit
for
10,
free.
I believe, is for a veteran.
I never said they play for free. I just said they don't have contracts to like where they're.
So they're just on like some salary.
Yeah, like you could be
temporary
picked right
salary.
now. You could be picked right now, and there is no guarantee that you will be in that respected team's training camp in the fall.
No, I understand that. I'm saying though that there's got to be some level of income until
Well,
you're
I never
off
said
the
there
team.
wasn't. That was
Okay.
a Cooperstein thing.
Okay,
I just said that it'd be at this
Playing
point
for
rather
free.
be a UDFA than a draft.
It might as well be.
So the draft coverage is fully on to the next pick.
We're on crack.
But the Bulls pick has not been reported yet.
I gotta pull Seeps up.
Lachlan Ulbrich.
Oh, the Australian guy.
Yes.
Lachlan
Aussie.
Ulbrich. Aussie. Oi.
that was the biggest joke I've ever seen. The pick,
Yeah, it's a joke.
we didn't even know it happened. No one's reported it.
Lachlan Ulbrich, the Australian big man.
Adelaide.
Yeah, heads to the.
Ulbrich. He's not even in our system.
Well, he is.
Yes.
I didn't have a top 75 grade.
6'10" guy that can't shoot.
I did not have him in my top 75.
Lachlan. Let me see.
There's Lock.
Played for the Aloha Hawks, though, famously known for being the NBL team that housed LaMelo Ball. And
A.J. Johnson.
Yep.
yes, yeah, there's another one I think too.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Every
know.
year we get to
It
this
wasn't
stage.
Giddy, was it?
Every year we get to
No.
this stage of the draft, and I always think, I can't believe the Mavs took fucking Satnam Singh that one.
Yeah, to finish his documentary so we can sign DeAndre, who then fucked
Didn't
us.
sign. Lachlan Ulbrich. Not a very good rebounder for his size. Put your
Oh,
Come on.
wasn't Kai Soto played for the Adelaide 36ers? He played for the Hawks, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
Aloha Hawks. Aloha Hawks.
Seeps goes. He's not even in our system.
Well, he is.
Yeah, so the thing is,
Here's
Billy,
the thing: is
We have scouting on him. You
inside
scouted him?
outside versatility.
not my words.
You know what Seeps was? He wasn't what we call patient. At the draft.
Well, considering the draft, skip the pick.
He's not in the system of NBA teams.
Oh man, who's on the clock, Koopy?
This puts, I think, Memphis on the board.
Memphis Grizzlies.
I feel like they've picked every 4 picks.
James K said, I don't know if James is more knowledgeable on the situation. He says, if you're not signed to Summer League and just have a Summer League invite, you don't get paid for that.
Yeah, correct. So Coop was correct.
Okay, that's not what the initial conversation was, though.
Yeah,
Like, if you get drafted 57th, you're getting an income.
I do think they get an income for Summer
You're
League. if
getting
you
an
draft it.
income.
The players that are like Summer League invites trying to find any type of way to showcase themselves, I think, go there for free.
Coop.
They get food, they get housing.
Yeah,
they might get stipends.
They might get
but
like
they're not like paid.
$1,500 a game or
Yeah.
something.
They don't
Yeah.
get paid, but they get like everything comped in terms of living, flying out there,
Equipment,
and
all
like
that
equipment,
stuff.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
that's what I would say.
Chatsports.com/NBA jersey. These guys are getting an income. If you want to go represent your new favorite player on your favorite team, Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, Con Kneppel, everyone else that got drafted, get your jerseys today. Pre-order them. Some of these, it'll take a little while because they got to finalize jersey numbers and everything. But once that's settled, they'll start printing these out and they'll ship them to you. So order right now. Authentic.
I think
NBA
Kneppel's wearing
jerseys.
number 7.
Chatsports.com/NBA.
Let's put a guess out there. Who is the first player to sign as an undrafted free agent?
Will
Mark
it
Sears.
happen before the draft ends? I say yes.
It usually does. I'm going RJ Lewis.
Mark Sears.
I think RJ Lewis is going to get a guarantee, and that's why he's
I'll take-
undrafted.
What about RJ Davis?
I'll take Nimhard.
I could see Nemhart being one.
Or is
I don't
that,
know
or does
one.
he play the is he wage warring? Like he
like tries to get a bidding war?
gets like 200,000 guaranteed
See
or
that.
whatever. All right,
I'm
Memphis.
sure Windhorse knows a lot about Lachlan Olbrich.
We were humming until Olbrich got picked.
Yeah, the Bulls fucked this entire thing up.
Shocker.
Oh, Will Richard, Florida.
Oh, Will Richard off the board at 56. So both Gator guards / wings get selected here.
3 draft picks for the Gators.
Oh, it's a trade. The Warriors are making a rare trade up in the second round to take Will Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding
Smitty,
me?
it's time to give shout-outs.
So Richard, the piece that helped win a national championship in Gainesville, we saw Clayton get drafted on night 1, Elijah Martin at 39, and now Richard at 56. These were the 3 Gators that were draft eligible. Pretty built prospect here. Good size, good defender. He kind of had a couple bad games down the stretch in that tournament, but ended up still getting the job done. He's a player that I think will actually learn a lot from Jimmy Butler, and I think this is a good learning spot for Richard, who almost, I wouldn't say plays similarly, but like kind of does at the same time as well. Like he is a defensive guy first that can hit some shots. He gets on the glass, uber athletic. So I do like this pick, actually. I do. He was my 70th overall player, so not in my top 60, but at least in my top 75. We've seen about, 4 guys get drafted haven't been in my top 75, so we'll see here. But I do like the fit, man. I really do. I really
Dog.
do. He does anything for the basket.
All right.
Nothing? Are you serious?
No, that was good stuff.
Are you kidding? I am furious.
Even lose an eye.
Unbelievable.
I was messaging in Slack, but I heard. Even lose an eye.
Not a reaction from the fucking gallery on an
I
all-time
gave you
low.
I
I
was
gave
too
you a
locked in,
reaction.
my bad.
I gave you it was a delayed reaction, but
That's on me.
I knew it.
Disgusted.
Do anything for the basket, even if it means losing an eye.
I think it's 14-13.
We did get a $5 super chat over on the Heat Report. By the way, the Heat Report's
two-
going to take down the Chat Sports Channel, 225 right now to 156.
That's 2 raffle tickets for.
Shout out to Bryce. Next year's draft is loaded and special. Looking forward to it. Wonder who will get the first pick. What's your guys' predictions on that? I feel Phoenix. Nah, if I had to predict, it's probably going to be the Utah Jazz because they're atrocious.
They're bad.
And all they did is add
CTE
Ace
ball.
Bailey and Walter
Oh,
Clayton Jr.
it is Utah because AJ DeBanza is going to go there.
That's true. It's going to be another
the fix
ring
is
job.
in.
Absolutely.
Oh, how about this pick? At 57, the Celtics go A10. Max Shulga from BCU.
Rolly, I gotta pull up
Oh my
Smitty.
God.
The over cashes. Me and Smitty, we went
Do
to
you
an
love
A10
this?
school.
Do you love this
I don't
pick?
love the pick. No, I just like the idea that he got drafted.
He's from Kiev.
Yeah, he's from Ukraine. He played at Utah State, transferred to VCU, did good stuff there. We and Smitty played a game earlier of how many A10 players get drafted.
2025 NBA draft.
Oh, he's doing Warriors.
The Warriors right now? That's all right.
God, A10.
Shulga was
Get over yourself,
almost
Smitty.
the A10 player of the year this past season. He did a lot of good things for the Rams. And this is a fun fit. It's a fun fit, man. He defends, he rebounds, he's a combo guard, limited athletically, spotty three-point shooter despite his numbers being good. I thought I saw an inconsistent jumper there. But Shulga's a very fun one, man. That's fun. Somebody's going to enjoy Shulga playing for the Celtics Summer League team.
Just mid-Warriors cut. Just, oh my God, A10.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Good combo guard, though. Really good size, limited athleticism,
2 picks left.
really crafty. Like, Shulga's an interesting player. Really, really interesting. RJ Lewis is going to go undrafted. I think he got to prioritize UDFA contract.
That might be announced within minutes.
I think it is. That's my prediction, is that we played the game. Who's the first UDFA?
I'll stick with Nembhard, even though he could play a wager war.
I'm going Lewis. I'm going RJ Lewis, the big
If
East player
Nembhard
of the
gets
year.
picked, I'll pivot real quick.
Last 2 picks here belong to who, Cooperstein? At 58 and 59.
Minnesota.
Cavs in Minnesota. All right.
All right. We've almost made it, folks.
Already announced by Jonathan Gavoni that it is a 2-way contract for Shulga with Boston. Oh, I could see Indiana giving a wink-wink deal for Nembhard. Bring him in with his brother.
That's Nepo, baby. You just denied it earlier.
He's good, though.
I had a good 8 1/3 start here.
He is good.
You left for oh my God. Did you just shatter that laptop? I heard something.
That was, I think, Jack sitting
Oh.
down or something.
That sounded like something got snapped in 2.
I don't think it was him. Thanks, Coop.
Hey, thank you.
All right,
Thank
there
you,
goes
Sports
Coop. Shout out to Coop for producing. Really good analysis on Grant Nelson. Good work tonight.
Where does Grant Nelson go? Prediction.
Is he your first UDFA?
No,
he your-
legit prediction.
China.
Grant Nelson.
Well,
will
not
sign with the-
yet.
I like that. Like that fit.
In 4 years.
Last couple picks here, folks. What a draft. We are going to finish by 9:30. Not by much, but we'll finish. We'll finish by 9:30.
Not if Silver has anything to say about it.
Yeah.
If we had 60 picks, it would be very much in doubt.
James Case's Dank Pink date to Miami. That'd be sick. I'd be in on that. I'll be in on that. What are you laughing about, Brown? Oh, I didn't say that.
That's what they said.
My goodness. Why is it taking so long for the 58th and 59th pick of the draft to be announced? What'd you say?
Got 58. Sally Union.
Who?
Yep. Exactly.
Who was it? No, like, serious. Who just got picked?
Sally
Saliu
Union.
Niang.
So does that bring up Mr. Irrelevant?
Yeah, I don't think that counts for this, though.
What do you mean?
There's not really a Mr.
It's not really a thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't Isaiah Thomas the last pick 1 year, or was he 59?
I could not tell you. From Senegal International. Good for him. Good for him.
Not on your top 60 or
Yeah,
75?
I can't say he is.
Do you have notes? Solid score off the dribble and in transition, apparently.
Sam Brown did some scouting.
Great frame and athletic profile with good motor. A lot of cliche notes here. Has to get stronger and work on extending his range. It's like during the NCAA tournament, their analysis. Yeah, this team's really athletic. Get out in
They
transition.
rebound really well.
They have good length.
Prove me wrong.
Great motor. Great motor.
Yeah.
They're tenacious.
High IQ team. Well coached.
All right, final pick after Saliao Niang gets taken here.
Who's picking last?
This would be the Timberwolves.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
We'll see who they go with here, which means we are one step closer to UDFA.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who will be the last pick? Predict it. I think it's going to be some weird dude because I'll be honest, like you just don't see good prospects, at least let's not say good prospects at this point, like bigger names be picked here. Like it's usually like they sign in
They're already
UDFA.
negotiating.
So like people that are picked here are like international prospects like Niang. So if I had to make a guess, you know what? I'm going to actually go with someone who played in college. Igor Milicic Jr., the big man from Tennessee, is going to be my prediction.
Who's it gonna be?
Someone's saying Chucky Hepburn. It wouldn't be bad, actually. The
Who
guard
is
from
it gonna be?
Louisville.
Who is it gonna be? Tell you what, Lakers after a month off, back 6,500 views in an hour 15.
Hello and good night.
Channel's an anomaly.
It really is such an odd one, man.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Who is the last pick of the draft? This is why you stay live here because there's no sickos. These are the unbelievable.
We're on our deathbed.
Yeah. I actually am stunned. I got to be honest. Like I love the draft. I would be paying attention, but I don't know how you guys are doing it.
Don't forget to stick around for our raffle. Let's do the raffle before you do grades.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll do the raffle. I'll take off and you can go. Is grades ready to go?
Yeah. Let me just.
Are you changing anything with these last couple picks?
I don't think. I just want to make sure I have NAs covered. The Nuggets didn't make a pick. Rockets didn't make a pick. Those were the two NAs, and nothing in the final 10 picks was going to change anything. So those grades are good.
Okay.
Because unless the Rockets or Nuggets trade for a pick here. That'd be the only way.
Javoni tweeting out the wrong pick number. Unbelievable.
Oh, Gavoni. Jonathan. Last chance to get a raffle entry in, folks. Get it in.
$5 get you 2 tickets.
Still waiting for this final pick to be announced.
Who is it going to be? The Scotto have one more in them.
Bring them in, then.
The Minnesota Timberwolves. Don't forget to subscribe. The draft is wrapping up, but Rolly's got his final draft grades. We'll have our undrafted free agent tracker tomorrow, and we will also take a look at the top free agents as free agency starts Monday. Not much of a break here, folks. So we're going to have you guys covered leading up to Monday and then most of next week as well. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel as we will be heavy basketball mode over the next several days here at Chat Sports. So
I'm gonna send that to you
we got you covered.
Once we
appreciate
film
all
it,
the love and support that y'all have shown us over the last several days.
Picks in. According to ESPN.
Probably some long announcement.
I'm just send it in there because then because I'll obviously film this and then I'll get heat going. So
yeah, 10:30 was ambitious.
I think that's possible. We don't have many. I mean, we don't have much cuts to film. Other than
Aren't they all doing grades? or does it depend on the team?
Well, if it's
I guess
just
Knicks
grades,
probably
well
won't.
then, like everyone just films one video out. I think you can get everyone get video out within an
Yeah.
hour of the draft ending.
Yeah.
The one that's really got to push is me because I got to do 2.
Yeah.
Everyone else should be good by 10:30. We'll see though. Unbelievable, by the way.
Sad part is the next photo wasn't even good.
No, well, that photo's not terrible.
It was fine.
That's gonna. That's.
Yeah.
Because I made a heater. You didn't. It's the difference, Sam. All right, final pick. Here we go. We're gonna find out live.
Mark Tatum
This pick is made by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
keeping the leaks off Twitter. Oh.
Oh my God.
Going into pre
Jack, I need to hear.
Ugh. Let's thank the advertisers.
I couldn't hear you yelling though. This thing's loud as hell.
Oh, let's promote the Summer League.
Oh, by the way, the first UDFA's in.
Why did I not say him? Caleb Love, UDFA.
Jemai Meshack, the guard from Tennessee. Good for him, man.
You were so close.
I knew it was a volunteer. I had sources tell me it was a volunteer. I just didn't know which one.
Caleb Love to the Trailblazers. He's the first UDFA.
And it's a 2-way contract, so immediately gets one of those 3 2-ways.
Shame one of our teams didn't get him. That's a
juicy
UDFA
juicy.
magnet.
Yeah, it's a
Summer
juicy
League
one.
juice right there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have a tracker that we'll find. But first UDFA, Caleb Love it is. My prediction was RJ Lewis. His was Ryan Nembhard. Not the case there. Jemai Meshack, the guard from Tennessee, was the pick. Really good defender here. This is what he prides himself at. Long-time Tennessee Volunteer. Spent 4+ seasons there. Just a Scott or Rick Barnes really high motor defensive guy, inconsistent 3-point shot. And that is my quick Cliff Notes breakdown of Jemai Meshack.
All right, why don't we do the raffle, and then you can handle grades.
That we can.
Does that work?
That works.
No more entries. We're good. So we'll get that raffle ready. Someone is going to win an NBA draft hat.
NBA draft hat of their choice. Another UDFA, CJ Huntley, Phoenix Suns.
App State's finest.
Yeah. Top UDFA works for me.
All right.
Chucky Hepburn, 2-way with the Raptors.
We're flying in.
They always are.
They are flying in. All right, Jack, if you are ready.
That is big, man.
You could just go Rolly solo. It's
ACC
fine.
Depoy, man.
Just
Good for
roll.
Chucky. Good for Chucky. Good for Chucky. Good for Chucky.
Chucky Hepburn. He was the depoy in the ACC.
Yes, he was. Really good at point of attack defender. Active hands. Creates a lot of steals. Former Wisconsin Badger.
All right. Well, someone is about to win an NBA draft. How many entries we got?
86.
86.
Nice.
And we're going to find out starting in 3, 2, 1, go!
I'd be shocked if our guy Hip Hop Sommelier didn't win. I hope he does.
Furious, our guy. 48 seconds left.
Furious.
He's got the most ducks in there.
Eric Dixon to the Lakers.
Oh, there's a guy for one of our
2-way
team.
contract.
Could include that. And are they doing grades?
Walmart, Julius Randle.
Probably should do grades with how hot that channel is.
Yeah, maybe they do that. I don't know.
30 seconds left.
I know.
I know.
Eric Dixon to the Lakers.
I feel like an idiot for not saying.
Yeah. All right, 20 seconds. Hip Hop Sommelier's in the lead. Is he going to be able to finish it? Well, Juggalonis will take a little lead here. How about
15.
Juggy with 12? Juggy still in the lead with 10. Juggy with 8. We got Hip Hop
comes
Sommelier
hip-hop.
coming up, though. But
Here
we got
comes
top of the
hip-hop.
key. Is it going to be? It's going to be. It's going to be.
Hip hop.
Furious, the Hip Hop Sommelier.
He's a worthy winner.
Worthy winner, deserved to win it. Let's
The MVP
see.
has won 2 nights in a row.
MVP, you know, like it when it works out that way. Furious, are you still in the live chat?
If you add him, his name will pop up if he is. Like,
Oh,
if you-
really?
Yeah, if you add him and it starts auto-filling in.
It did fill in. Furious.
Say Furious.
You're the winner.
Follow Nick. Do you have social media, Furious?
Yeah.
If you do, give Nick a follow. Give Rolly a follow. Twitter, @Nic_Rohloff. If not, we used an email last night. Do we remember it, Jack?
It was just Nick. It was, NBA at Chat Sports.
NBA@chatsports.com if you want an email, Furious.
Furious, are you still here? It did autofill, but I haven't
That
seen him
means he
comment.
at least has it open. I mean, he could be away from his TV or his phone or whatever. Furious, if you come back and see this, follow Rolly on social. Is it the same handle,
At
Twitter
Nick
and Instagram?
Well, I don't really do Instagram. I read stuff. @Nic_Rohloff on Twitter.
And then if you don't have Twitter, email NBA@chatsports.com, and we'll get you settled. We will get you settled.
Happy you were able to get a win there, Furious. Shout out to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop off. This was fun. Rolly is going to take you through his draft grade, so do not go anywhere. And we'll see you soon. I'm sure I'll be involved in our free agency coverage. So take care, and Rolly's going to hold it down for the next 15, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Shout your team and grade it for me. We're going to do this live, and then we'll close it out there. Appreciate Harrison for the coverage here. What? Oh, he ended the stream. Well,
Just put in the chat,
we're still live on Heat. Well, it's not that video.
sign off. Do an actual sign off.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, so we had a little bit of a mishap, folks, on our situation. For the 159 people still watching on the Heat Report, we are not going to film that video live anymore. We are going to sign off. I'm going to film the full draft grades video for our main channel, and then we are going to film a draft grades and talk about everything Miami as well for a video to go out tonight. So appreciate everybody who tuned in for our live coverage of the round 2 portion of the draft. Thank you for that. Appreciate all the Heat fans. See you a little bit later with a video going out within the hour. Appreciate y'all. Go Heat.